He's back! And ladies and gentlemen, just when you thought Memorial Day weekend was over and maybe you were getting ready for tomorrow and you didn't have any fireworks left in you, the barbecues were done with, maybe you were disappointed like me and Mad Max Furiosa, you're disappointed in the NBA playoffs so far, and maybe you're disappointed with Raw tonight. Well, forget about all of that. And it has been quite a last few weeks on Sportswire Radio. And I couldn't think of a better person than to close out the Memorial Day weekend with the man that arguably brings more fireworks than anybody out there, maybe in the yard, the underground currently. For nearly 1 year, he's been the reigning, defending GWC Battlezone champion of the world. This man was a PWF Uprising champion, and ironically enough, he once owned a portion of the PWF, which yours truly now owns a portion of it. You've seen him in so many places. Is TNT coming back together? And what about Incorporated? You've seen him in, most recently, Resurrection Wrestling. And a who's who of people knows who this man is. He was a standout, but he's doing such a big amount of things that now we're just calling him a psychopath. But after what everybody said about him, and after what everybody alleged he was doing, there ain't going to be no number ones or number twos tonight. As a matter of fact, those that certainly were talking about our guest over the past few weeks, they might be taking a number one and a number two at the same time, if that's possible, after what he says to address them and everybody else here. This man certainly needs no further introduction, but he's getting that introduction because he's enthralled right now and basically playing NBA 2K, and he's so upset right now with the wrestling world. He's so upset with the NBA world. He's so upset with TNT losing the TV deal from the NBA. He's so upset about how Shaq's been treated, Charles Barkley's been treated. In many ways, he is our Charles Barkley of the backyard in the underground wrestling world, and he certainly can rebound a lot better than these days, and he's certainly in a lot better shape, and he's certainly got even more hair these days, and he could certainly say the word terrible a lot better, because definitely his wrestling work is a lot better than what terrible would be. And this man has got a lot to talk about. I'm going to give him an introduction because now he's getting the camera ready, because he's getting ready to address the nation. He's getting ready to give his own fireworks, and the barbecue is about to be turned on. Get the kerosene ready, because our guest is about to come on live here. And I'll have a big announcement for our guest tonight that could very well shock the wrestling world and maybe shock the career. Yes, you might want to certainly say turn the game off or maybe put the volume on mute a little bit, because I think even this one, the world's going to certainly want to pay attention to very closely. But we're in prime time on the brightest lights and the biggest stage, and it's time to give our guest that introduction that he deserves and so many others want. So let's get right to it, because we're on Sportswire Radio. So we're number one. Sports show, and boy, we are live because I almost broke down to a laughter because it looks like our guest has been put into timeout, but I can assure you there's no number one or 2 year, because he's a GWC Battlezone heavyweight champion for Resurrection Pro Wrestling. Simply, his name is the Psychopath Xavier. Evan Xavier, what is going on? Are you okay? What's going on? Have you been mad about the Celtics and Mavericks? Are you mad about what everybody's been saying about you? Are you okay right now? Do you need medical attention? Boy, ladies and gentlemen, Xavier Thorn is about to have a panic attack right now. Boy, I mean, this is one. This is one of the Thorn being Thorn. The fireworks are certainly here, but if you need a lamp, comedic routine. This is the one. Xavier Thorn. Xavier Thorn. How are you tonight? Because I think this is the most fun I've ever had in an intro because it looks like you're in timeout. Are you sure you're okay there? Xavier Thorn, help us. Xavier Thorn. Oh my goodness! Xavier Thorn! Xavier Thorn! What is going on? Xavier Thorn! Xavier! What's up? How are you? Can you talk? We're live! Xavier, what's going on? Are you grounded? Do you need to go do the laundry? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Because this is one for the ages here tonight. Because it sounds like I don't know what's going on. I mean, you broke me from my intro because it was almost like there was so much noise in the background. It was almost like, help! I'm falling and I can't get up. And are you okay? Are you ready?
No.
You're live.
Everything's okay.
You sure everything's good now?
Yeah.
Good. I want to make sure. How's your Memorial Day weekend been?
I can't really answer that. It's been hot. It's been very hot. So
it's been hot from you being in the ring. Has it been hot from some of the things you said on Instagram? Is it hot from the fact that you invited Anthony Steele and Atomic Titan and Instagram Live together? I mean, that's certainly, I'm sure, shook shockwaves out there in the world.
I mean,
And your mic is muted, apparently, Mr. Thorn. People can't hear you right now. They're saying you're muted. If you're out there watching and listening, can you hear Xavier Thorn? Let us know. It sounds like, Mr. Thorn, that you're away from your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Can we hear Mr. Thorn? If you're out there on Sportswire and you're just coming in, can you hear the great Xavier Thorn, the GWC Battle Zone champion of the world, star in Resurrection Wrestling, former Tennessee Backyard Wrestling star, and a man that obviously is now you're heard better now, Mr. Thorn. Mr. Thorn, this has been one for the ages. I mean, you certainly have made quite an introduction. I'll give you this much. You'll still be a better interview than Craven Rage will be 2 days from now, because I'm already getting Craven Rage is back Wednesday, and you'll probably laugh on this one. Craven Rage's recent promo, not the one he did today. He did the promo, and he was on mute the entire time. Maybe he should be muted permanently in terms of his interview skills, but that's a different conversation for a different time. But how you feeling? Hand sanitizer? That's interesting. Is anybody near you? Are you worried about the fans shaking your hands? Are you okay? Or you feeling good?
I'm worried about the idiots out there that swear that they know. Here's my thing.
Okay, go for it.
I'm scared of. I'm scared of.
What are you scared of? You're Xavier Thorn. You're the psychopath. You shouldn't be scared of anybody.
Hold on. Not scared, but I'm tired of the idiots that are, somehow out here wandering around with their toxic fumes, what I'm saying, their dumb ways of thinking.
Do you want to clarify now? Who would you be addressing as idiots? That's rather strong words from you. I know you've done. Obviously you're a protege of Copper Dragons. I mean, Mr. Dragon. I thought he would have trained you very well. Skrill is a man you look up to. So could you clarify for the audience who the idiots might be?
Okay. For one, you're right. Copper Dragon was my mentor.
He's very proud of you, by the way.
I know him as Daniel. So I thank Daniel for giving me my start. I thank him for giving me the tools to know how it feels to.
He speaks about you all the time, Mr. Dragon. He speaks about you all the time.
And surprisingly, I thought he forgot all about me.
Oh no! Nobody forgets about you. You're a larger-than-life presence. Listen, you're one of the all-time, familiar faces. I mean, I'm excited to have you here tonight. Craven Rage is back Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. And Craven Rage is going to be here, and all he's going to talk about is BBCs. You, on the other hand, are going to be so memorable, they'll be talking about it on BBC in the UK, on their channel. So I'm always looking forward to having you. And Mr. Dragon speaks so highly of you. I mean, he talks about all the things you've been up to, so a lot of people want to see you tonight.
And I think if Daniel's out there and he's listening, I want to say thank you.
Good.
Thank you for the whole GWC start. Thank you for giving me a shot, a chance, an opportunity. Thank you for now letting me take the name and take it into something bigger and greater.
Now, did he give you permission for that name?
He gave me a piece of GWC. He gave me an olive branch. He told me, listen.
Did he give you a full piece?
He gave me a full piece.
But piece and full are two different things.
He gave me an olive branch. He said, hey, look, because this was the talks years ago. He talked to me and was like, hey, you take this. I want you to because he's in California, so he tells me.
Yes, he moved from Georgia to California. Yes.
This was the talks of GWC just on its way out. At this point, some of the guys were going to the Indies, some of them was going pro, like Cliff Balcom, Jermaine Hardwick, some of those guys, Vegas Storm, some of those guys were going to the Indies. I know my man Cliff, I know he worked at Deep South with Skrilla. He's training with Skrilla at Deep South.
Well, Skrilla is going to be coming on Sportswire very soon. So Skrilla
is a good guy. He's a great guy. I met him once before. Skrilla is a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a good teacher.
Okay, so he's a good teacher. He's a good teacher.
In the yard.
Yep.
Him, Shalance Royale. You should definitely interview her.
Oh, Shalance Royale. Yes, I'm good. So basically, you're good with that. GWC doesn't sound like you own the full GWC, but I do. Go ahead, jump in.
My thing was Skrilla and those guys. When that was the older version, that was the older class of GWC. When they were on their way out and the new school was on their way in, Skrilla and them was like, hey, Ryan was like, hey, we got a show down here in Georgia at the Thirsty Turtle at the time. The bar was called the Thirsty Turtle before it shut down. They had shows there. Their company's name was GIPW, which is Georgia Independent Pro Wrestling.
And you obviously have done some independent wrestling.
And I have to find it, but I have a vlog. I had a whole vlog of me getting in the ring, running around, running the ropes, bumping, all of that stuff. And some of them was proud. Someone was surprised that I picked up on most of it. One guy, of course, I had to be a mark at the time. I was still green.
Now, can you tell me what the term mark is? Because I know nothing about wrestling. What does a mark mean?
In the wrestling business, being a mark is like being a fanboy. And it's like it's this one person you can sit here and say they're obsessed with this guy. Like they can be obsessed with this wrestler, this female wrestler, guy wrestler, Hall of Famer. It don't matter. They can remember.
Would that be kind of like maybe how some would say this guy C2K latches on to trends? Like, for example, when we do something, C2K does it, or when, let's say, a movie comes out, or he's kind of in his career, C2K is latched on to things because he's trying to basically be a fan of something when he's really not, right, doing something good at it.
So let's say you're a fan.
I gotta get to business with you soon.
Let's say you're a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise. You're literally like you can memorize every movie. So it's like,
Okay, so Mr. Thorn, obviously I've got all that in, and I'm so thankful that you're back with us. It has been a bumpy, almost like a Fast and the Furious movie, where it's almost like the last one where we didn't know if Dom was going to die. It seemed like this show was going to die. So obviously, let's not hope it dies, because we have to pick back up, and there's a lot to talk about here with you. A lot of people are watching, and I want to ask you to kind of start things off is, why the name change? Last time you were here, you're the standout. Now you're the psychopath. And for those that are listening and watching on Sportswire Radio, where all wrestling matters, why were you the standout, but why are you now the psychopath?
The
psychopath.
The name change was all me. It was my idea.
What's different from this versus prior name change?
My thing is the standout was kind of tarnished, and it's like I don't really, I couldn't really continue as the standout. I mean, I have to really take time and really say, hey, what do I stand for? What do I
now, did you? No, you didn't. Now, thankfully, the good news was you thought about this when you were not in the bathroom, right?
My thing is just, it really just.
Mr. Thorn, why?
I'm thinking.
Mr. Thorn, you know I love you, and I got an announcement saying you got to speak up, because this is going to turn really bumpy quick. So, why did you change from the standout to the psychopath? Give me a quick answer.
The psychopath is something that is not even a name. It's just me personally. It's just like inner demons that have want to come out and just say, you know what, screw it, screw the company, screw the world, screw everything. It's about me, and I'm the psychopath. Is
Mr. Thorn, it sounds like this is I'm gonna be honest, it sounds like you don't know why you changed the name. And I love you. I have an announcement for you. I'm trying hard because I don't want
hold on a second. The reason why the name change is because everybody has inner demons that they want to get out, and it's like
well, it seems like tonight's been that for sure. I mean, you've obviously been struggling.
When you're battling and you're fighting against them, it's just like, all right, you know what? You have that moment where you just break. And
have you been breaking a lot recently? Has everything been getting to you? Whether it's in Resurrection Wrestling, whether it's been the people here, whether it's your experience tonight, has that been an issue where it's almost, instead of breaking bad, it's breaking Thorn? Maybe that's the new thing. It should be breaking Thorn.
Is yeah, I mean,
what's the weather like where you are right now? I'm really trying. You gotta help me here. You're alive. Is the heat getting to you right now? Is the heat getting to you?
Yes, I've been out all day. I apologize. I've been out all day.
You do realize that your peers. Now, you said that there's a lot of idiots out there, right? You said there's a lot of idiots, correct?
I mean, there are a lot of idiots. I mean, Drake Golddragon.
He's here Friday, by the way. He's here Friday night, Drake Golddragon.
There are a lot of stupid idiots out here. Like
Robbie why are Andrews, they stupid though? Why are they idiots?
Like Robbie Andrews from TBW, the Prophet JWoww. I mean, dude.
But you don't work in TBW anymore. Why would you call them idiots for? That seems a little bit. That doesn't seem right.
So for one, you poison a man's food. Yes. You attack the new development. You attack the new talent. Like, who does that?
But what does that have to do with you? You're an employee of Resurrection Wrestling. That's Tennessee Backyard Wrestling's business. You don't have any fight with them right now. Shouldn't you be concerned about this whole thing with Incorporated? Shouldn't you be concerned about Steven Silvestri, who signed you? And everybody is basically saying, why are you back in wrestling? People say all the time, why are you here? People compare you to C2K, Skulls, the Silver Wolf. I mean, Craven Rage is almost on that level right now. He's coming here Wednesday, and Lord help us if Craven Rage is going to be here Wednesday night and it's going to be like this. I love you. You're a great young man. You have a wonderful, beautiful wife I got a chance to meet. But you got to tell me things that have more in line to do with the company you work for. It's great. Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, I've got Titan coming on next Sunday. I'm going to talk a lot about that. But you don't work there. So talk to me about Resurrection Wrestling. That's where you work right now. You don't work in Tennessee right now. Joshua Allen's right now watching and saying, I told you so. You need to be, listen, let's kick the ballistics for a second. Now I'm going to talk to you as a friend because I like you. Now I'm going to talk to you in a straight way. You, right now, the way you're going, you're only going to prove the likes of Joshua Allen and that other company in Tennessee is why is Thorn here? Why is he in wrestling? So let's get back on track. The joke's over. Playtime's over. Now, I'm not laughing no more. I'm not talking on jokes. Resurrection Wrestling. Let's talk about that. Why are you there still, and what's your thoughts on Incorporated?
Resurrection is home. You know what I'm saying? It's Resurrection is something I hold close to my heart. Resurrection, at some point, Resurrection was a home away from home. It was a home away from reality. For that couple of hours a day, I was able to be someone else. I was able to showcase my talents in the ring. I was able to showcase my talents on the mic. I was able to not be myself, my reality self. I was not able to be Q1. I was able to be Xavier. I was able to be him. I was able to just say, you know what, screw being me for a day.
Okay, I mean, a lot of people could say that. So, what do you think though about Incorporated? You basically answered very little there. What do you think about this Incorporated? Steven Silvestri had the Resurrection Pro Wrestling Instagram page, took it over, and he had like no idea.
Incorporated.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
Me personally, they took a little stab, a little jab at me, and it's just like
a lot of people are taking jabs at you right now because your performance right now. And again, I love you. I think you're a great kid, but this is like, I mean, we've had some great shows on Sportswire recently, but you got to tell me something. You got to, and I'm trying to give you hook and sink. Come on.
Okay, my thing with Incorporated is I don't know who they are. I don't care who they are. They stay out of my way. We have no problems. They cross me. They get dealt with. I mean, my thing with Incorporated is, excuse my language when I say this, but only a pussy hides behind the camera.
Would that be different than how you've called out other wrestlers here over the past several years and with no substance? What would be the difference?
You see, I'm not. A lot of people can sit here and say, like, hey, he's not Jake Howe. He's not Jack Delta. He's not Aaron Blaze. He's not Ledger. He's not none of these people.
Well, first of all, Ledger is on the Mount Rushmore. Jack Delta's on the Mount Rushmore. Aaron Blaze is probably number 2 or 3 in traveling wrestlers in the yard. And Jake Howe, we know him from obviously in Tennessee quite a bit. Go ahead.
Don't get me wrong. Delta, Ledger, Howe, Blaze, all of those are tremendous talents. I don't take anything from them. But I'm not them. I don't want to be them. I'm me. I can only be me. And I want to be up there with the Ledgers and the Deltas and the Blazes and the Howes and the CJs and the Bradys and the Spades and and hell.
So how are you going to do that?
I'm going to do it any means necessary. I'm going to work my ass off, study my craft, and keep moving. That's all. That's what Copper Dragon told me. Study your craft. Study your craft.
Copper, I know Copper Dragon. I've gotten a chance to know this man, right? And this man, he in many ways,
iconic.
Let me speak now. Time out. I got the floor now. Now I'm going to speak, and I'm going to help you here. Copper Dragon is kind of like, maybe because of where he's from, he's the equivalent of what Tony Gwynn meant to San Diego baseball. Everybody loved Copper Dragon. Copper Dragon, everybody loves in the yard and the underground. But here's the one thing I'm going to differentiate with you. I don't know how much Mr. Dragon has taught you, because Mr. Dragon is obviously a class act. Mr. Dragon is too far of a nice man. I'm going to actually say a few things that Mr. Dragon won't, because he's a gentleman, and I'm not a gentleman. I can certainly have a ruthless streak. If Mr. Dragon taught you so well, why are you struggling constantly still at almost 10 years in the yard? where did this all go wrong? Because, and again, I like you a lot, and I know Mr. Dragon does have a soft spot for you, but clearly there's some things here that, in a way, I'm almost trying to think of the right words here tonight. You're almost like one of these guys. You're an NBA guy. You're almost the equivalent of like Michael Olakandi. Michael Olakandi, once upon a time, was the #1 draft pick in the NBA, and he's one of the biggest busts all time. Greg Oden was the #1 or #2 draft pick, major bust in NBA history. And I don't want to call you one of the biggest busts in backyard underground wrestling history, but this is certainly, tonight was supposed to be you to prove people wrong. You talked about the idiots, the toxic scene, and I agree with you to some extent. There is some of that. But this is not, in a way, doing anything to say to everybody else, I told you so. So you got to tell me some things here tonight. Otherwise, I mean, I love what you do. I love Resurrection Pro Wrestling, and I believe you should continue to get as many chances as you need as possible. But this is not an interview tonight. This is almost like stand-up comedy right now.
I mean, I get that. You know, some people, you know, your legs, they just give. You know, one day your legs just give and you can't run no more. Sometimes people struggle. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I'm not going to say I'm just the god of wrestling. I mean, I have slip-ups. I have screw-ups. But you learn from them. You learn from them and you keep moving and you keep pushing. You know, you can't stop and you can't quit every time something gets hard.
Well, right now, I mean, this interview, and you know what? This has been a great last couple of weeks on Sportswire Radio. We had on Aaron Blaze. We had on Ledger Shade. We had Jack Delta coming home, being a world champion with a new look. James Taylor back in wrestling. We had all the NEW. Hold on, now I'm going to speak. We had the NEW roster. I mean, we couldn't have met such nicer people. In fact, they're so good of people in a locker room that I'm going to get a tattoo of their logo from their company when we hit 1,000 subscribers here. We've had some fantastic shows. Sean Jovi wrestling, the All Wrestling Matters, making the big announcement here. I mean, we've had Atomic Titan was here, and we had fun, but this is really, we're going backwards. You got to tell me something tonight that's going to say Xavier Thorn, we all can feel good about it. Now, it's really, I'll be honest with you, it was fun the first 10 minutes. I couldn't contain myself in laughing, but I'm trying right now my best to help you because I don't want you to turn into Solar Wolf. I don't want to turn you into C2K, these guys that come on here and have more podcasts than wrestling matches, or they copy everything, and then they say they've got podcasting. So I'm going to give you some help. I got help for you right now, as a matter of fact. I've got help because I've got somebody here that's probably going to give you some helpful advice. It's not Mac 10. He hasn't been on here in a while. And to quote, if you're a political fan, there's a guy, Dave Wasserman, who kind of forecast all the elections, president, Congress, Senate, and basically, to quote him, I've seen enough, Xavier Thorn. I've seen enough because Anthony Steele is back home. And it's time to give him the microphone because this is honestly going to go off the rails real quick here. Anthony Steele, take it away.
Yo. What's up, boys and girls and children of all ages? Welcome back to the #1 sports radio in all of history.
I don't know about that because I'll be honest. I mean, I love Xavier Thorn, but this is not good tonight.
#1. To me, this is #1. No matter who appears, no matter if it's Xavier Thorn, no matter if it's C2K, Loose Cannon, Atomic Titan, Mag 10, no matter who it is, this is where all wrestling matters. This is Sportswire Radio. This is Anthony Steele's home.
Well, it's good to have you back, but I mean, this is. What can we do to help this young man? I know he's supposed to be getting training in Resurrection Wrestling, but this is honestly like I don't have any words at this point right now.
Look, I'm trying. I'm training him. I'm trying. Okay, that's as best as I can say. I'm trying. I haven't really been able to do much. As you can tell, a new area, moved into my new place finally, so that's why I've been kind of gone from Sportswire for a little bit. But now that I've gotten myself mostly settled in, I thought it was time to come home. And what better time than to help good old Xavier Thorn out?
Oh, well, you know what? Wednesday's show is Craven Rage, and I don't even know why he's coming back here, but it could be a forecast of things to come. We had such a great last couple weeks. Think about all the guests that we had here. And I feel like now we squandered all the momentum. Squandered it all. And I hate to say it because I like you. I think you're a good young kid. And Copper Dragon could not have taught you to be like this. He could not have. There's no way on earth he could have. I've gotten to know Copper Dragon. He's the Tony Gwynn of this yard in the underground. Anthony Steele, take it away. Because now I'm getting frustrated. I'm going to lose it, and I don't want to because I know Copper Dragon would not tolerate me to do to the 10th of what I said to Silver Wolf and those other knuckleheads that call themselves wrestlers still. And they're still going on saying, we're all, whatever, all ranking off. Go on, rank off somewhere else. But go ahead, Anthony.
All right. Tom, do you mind if I host a little interview on your show? Help him out. At least see where he's lacking to where I can fix it.
The floor is yours. We're live right now. Live, let me repeat.
All right. Thorn. How you doing, buddy?
I don't know how to answer that. I'm just gonna be honest.
You don't know how to. Are you good? Are you bad? Are you down in the dumps? You high as fucking Senator Socks or what?
It's been an eventful few days. I'm just not gonna get into it.
Hey, speak up! Speak up! We need to hear you.
It's been an eventful few days. I'm just not gonna get into it.
Few days.
I'm gonna take this off here.
All right, shut the fuck up.
At least I think we had more energy in that than the first 30 minutes so far. That curse was the best part of the interview so far.
So let's talk about it. Resurrection. All right, Thorn, that's your home right now. That's where you're at, correct?
Right.
Alrighty. So as he said, you were now the psychopath. You were no longer the standout. What's different? What's different between the standout and the psychopath?
It didn't work. The standout's been tarnished. It didn't work for me.
Why didn't it work?
I had to constantly keep asking myself, what am I standing out to? Why am I standing out? It's not working. And
okay. So what makes you a psychopath?
I'm done with the talking. I'm done with the, calling people out. It's just gonna have to be done with action at this point.
All right. So
calling people out was not getting me anywhere. Constantly picking fights. It's just gonna have to be done with action in the ring, and that's just it.
It's your boy, Skinny Penis. Sorry.
Well, have you guys worked with each other in a locker room that I don't know about?
No, not yet, but I've heard a lot about you, buddy.
Man, I've heard a lot about you, my man.
Shane Davidson, and I'm gonna say this right now: Shane Davidson is Anthony Steele 2.0.
I'm sorry, Shay Davidson is Shay Davidson. I don't have to copy anybody to make myself better.
We already had Craven Rage try to copy Ledger Shade. We have this Mr. Judgment guy who I think somebody got mad because I said it was that Ledger Shade. There's only one Ledger Shade. He's the greatest backyard underground wrestling champion of all time. I mean, you can't please everybody. Let's be one of everybody. There's only one Shane Davidson, only one Anthony Steele, and one Xavier Thorn.
You're damn right. You're damn right. But it's okay if you copy and paste a little bit of my shit. I don't knock you, kid. I really don't. But it's good to finally meet you. It really is. It really fucking is.
Great to meet you, my man.
But
now, I want to go ahead and put this out there. I have no personal beef with anybody. I have my own personal opinion about certain different things. But that's all I really got to say. So I'm just laying that out on the table because, I got opportunities that are awaiting me.
I'm the same way. Hey, you can love me or you can hate me, but you gotta love to hate me.
Exactly. Period.
Okay, and I agree. But what do you want to say? Go ahead.
So Thorn. All right. What with you now being the psychopath, you're done calling people out. You're done doing Xavier Thorn shit that has been doing for the past 2 to 3 years. What's different? What can we see that's going to be different going on in the foreseeable future?
a lot of more, a lot more intensity, a lot more aggression. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people will sit here and say that half of my matches were mid at best, but I want to change all that around to the point where I have more aggression, more intensity. Not none of this. Oh, none of this mamby pamby bullshit. Just a lot more than what I've been doing.
Okay. So right now, what is your eyes set to? What is your first goal with the psychopath gimmick?
Right now, I don't even care about titles. I don't care about win or loss records. Right now, I just want to fight. I just care about fighting, getting in that ring, doing what I do best, and it's knocking people the fuck out.
So you know what my advice would be real quick? I'm actually going to jump in. So my advice on that note is maybe you could just get a mouthpiece for a change. Maybe you should actually legitimately, no, this is actually, I got it. So I kind of have an understanding of you for the first time. I've known you, but now I think I've learned more in 3 minutes than in 13 months of knowing you. So I'm going to be straight up then. Maybe going forward, you shouldn't do interviews like this. You should have a manager, somebody that can do the talking for you. And that's actually a good thing because that'll add more to you. So if that's something you want, that would maybe a way to give your character some almost clarity and almost some direction for a change. We're joined here by Mr. Mac 10. And Mac, I know we're here, unfortunately, in this circumstance, but I think I learned something for the first time in about 3 minutes from Xavier Thorn that maybe the world didn't know, is that he wants to just go back to fighting. And so my advice then is basically don't do these much longer and just get a mouthpiece.
Can I say something real quick?
You can say anything you want. We're live. You're live. You know the thing.
For me, it's not personal, but I don't know about the other people that you surround yourself with. But there's a lot of things that I notice with you. You don't have a personality. You've got no energy. There's no when you say things, I don't believe it. It's not believable. How can you work a crowd over and not make it believable when you're on camera? I don't believe you when you're on camera. There's no character. You got to show enthusiasm. You got to have the passion for it, and you got to want it. You can't
at this point, there's nothing else to show. I'm just gonna have to just prove it in the ring at this point.
You're starting at the bottom. I gotta be honest, and I know people would jump in, but you're starting at the bottom now. Now it's almost like if you're serious. Well, certainly, but you know what? You got to be honest with that. I don't want to hear any more Ledger Shade. You're dropping his name, Atomic Titan, TNT. You talked about Robbie Andrews. You talked about Jay Wild, the number one contender to the Tennessee Backyard Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. You got to start and basically focus on finding an identity, focusing on a character, building on that, because that's what Copper Dragon would want. That's why part of me is skeptical that he taught you a lot, because I don't think he did. I hate to say, I don't think he taught you much, because that man, and I'm talking to you real, the class of that man, the personality of that, he would have gave his blood, sweat, and tears to have done anything for you. I don't know what happened, behind the scenes, what really went down, but all I know is that man, his character, his integrity, and what he's done for this sport, if you were his disciple and you really looked to him like a father figure, which it should have been based on a lot of things, you could put the hand sanitizer on, but you got to come and look at me. The facts is that you would probably be a well-seasoned independent wrestler, just like Skrilla and Shalance Royal. So you got to listen to these guys. I don't know anything. I know nothing about wrestling. I know nothing about anything. Clearly, I'm an uninformed knucklehead who has no character, no personality, no anything. I know zero about anything in the world. But what I do know is that I got 3 people here right now that they at least have some understanding of the world of wrestling. And because I like you so much, I'm not going to blow up on you like Silver Wolf or Skulls, because I know Copper Dragon and I know the man he is. And that's why I'm giving you an olive branch right now. And if you care, you can do whatever you want. But Mr. Dragon, if you really look up to him that much, you got to listen to anybody that comes on here over the next 90. And you can't say, I got to go. Not like last time, not be in the bathroom. And to be honest, I like you. I care about you. You started off the interview not professionally. I had asked you beforehand, and I was like, are we good? Are we good? And it was like you had stuff in the back. If you couldn't have did the interview, or if you didn't want to do the interview because you couldn't talk, I would have been completely fine with it, and I would have been okay with it because you would have been honest. So now you've got to listen, because if you don't listen, not only are you disappointing these guys, you're disappointing Mr. Dragon. And I don't think you want to disappoint that man, because I just know. You gotta let me finish this now. You gotta let me finish real quick. I'll give you the floor, Anthony. I know.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
Okay. So what I just want to say is that if you care and you value that man, you gotta listen to these guys. You got it. Mac 10 is Mac 10. He's been in the ring with everybody. He's training you. Listen to him. He's got to be like your father right now. You got to just listen whatever he does. Anthony's Anthony. You got to listen to Anthony.
I'm training.
Okay, so listen to Anthony. And Shane Davidson. Shane's in the and Shane is on the show every week. I know Shane I love Shane. Shane and I, I'm going to say it out there. Me and Shane are boys. So if Shane's saying something right now, actually listen to him. So you got to listen to these guys. Because you know what? I don't want you to be executed like Silverwheel, because I know Mr. Dragon, and I have a conscience. Those guys like Tyler Ark, Skulls, C2K, Zack Attack, or whoever else, Silverwolf, what was it, the girlfriend, whatever it is, I don't have that much sympathy for them. You, I have sympathy for from who you came from. So whatever you do, you got to listen to these guys now.
Can I start?
You can absolutely start.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with this. For people that don't know me, I started training when I was 13 years old. I'm 23 now. I'm going to be 24 next month. So
happy birthday.
Pretty much. The only thing I have to say, Thorn, is you need training. And the biggest kind of training I can tell you right now is you need to work on your promo skills. That's the biggest thing you need to do. Just go stare at yourself in the mirror for like 30 minutes a day and just talk shit to yourself. Talk all kinds of shit to yourself. That is the biggest thing that I learned going into the indies. And trust me, if you went into the indies with this attitude that you have now, they'd beat your ass. I got my ass beat because I had the exact same attitude you do. I've gotten humiliated in front of a bunch of people because I did backyard. That's why I'm not in the indies anymore, because they don't look at wrestling as, oh, it's fun, it's a passion that everybody has. But I lost my train of thought.
It's okay, we're live. Go ahead. I got the point.
Look,
anyway,
you're telling them the same thing I did. You're literally word for word telling them the same thing I did. You can ask Mac 10 right here. Mac 10 pulled up at a training seminar that me and Dustin Alexander were holding, and Thorn was there. And I told him 100%, you need to know how to talk. If you can't talk, ain't nobody gonna believe you. Because if you can't market yourself, no one can market you. Thorn, did I or did I not tell you that?
You did.
Okay. So the one thing I'm gonna tell you is, from my point of view, after the night, don't hop on Sportswire. Don't ask to be on Sportswire until you can talk. Because when I had the conversation with you, Mac was there. You said directly to me that every time you go into a promo, someone says something that you either don't like or comes off kind of weird to you, and it completely takes you off your path, and you don't know what to say afterwards.
You also sat there and told us that you don't like to get personal with people. Sometimes in a promo, you've got to get personal with people.
See, and that's the thing with communication. So say, I'm going to give you an example.
And we're joined by Coach Chris Craven. Coach, good to see you. I wish it was a little better now, but that's how it goes.
No, I'm not here for that. I'm here to help.
I don't know Shane.
No.
I really don't. Me and him has never actually met face to face. I'm just not meeting this dude 100% today. So
Shane's a good dude still.
So say me and him, we've never worked with each other, but we kind of have a general idea of what we're doing, like who we are. So if I were to go into a promo with someone, or a promo battle, with Shane Davidson, the first thing you need to learn is you walk up to your opponent or whoever you're in a segment with and ask them, what are you cool with and what are you not cool with saying when we walk out those fucking doors? When you walk out that curtain, both y'all need to have a complete understanding of where the boundary is set. Because if you don't set a boundary, it's fair game. Because at that point, that's giving them all right to say whatever the fuck they want to you, and you are going to take it. So that's number one. Number two, you need to know what we call to feed off of people. So if me and Shane were in a promo battle, or if we were cutting a segment together, and he says something, I need to know how to bounce back off of it to where the crowd will then go from his attention to mine. I need to get the people behind me to pay attention to what I'm saying. And third, and the very biggest thing that you need to understand is who the fuck you are to even understand what kind of promo you are about to cut, what you are about to say, what is going to represent you leading into this situation. If you do not know who you are, you can call yourself the Psychopath, Xavier fucking Thorn. You can call yourself the Standout. You can call yourself the biggest jobber in fucking wrestling history. If you don't know who the fuck you are and you don't know what that title fucking means, dude, ain't nobody going to know what the fuck you're talking about. At that point, you're just running your fucking dick lickers and people ain't going to pay fucking attention.
Nope.
So, my advice to you is Saturday, we are hosting a training seminar. Saturday, I want you there. And Saturday, we are working on promos with you. Because if you're going to get on Sportswire, or if you're going to get on any other podcast or any other media outlet and start running your mouth or say anything, you need to know what you're doing. And trust me, it ain't going to take a week or a few fucking days to learn this shit. Because trust me, if it would have took that short of time, you would already fucking.
So my advice is no podcast for like 3 months. I got to be honest, like no podcast for 3 months. You got to get off the podcast, get off Instagram Lives. You got to listen to these guys now. Anthony sees you Saturday. You better hang on to him almost like a dog in a tail. You got to just hang on to what, if Mac's there, listen to Mac. If whoever else is going to be there, Resurrection, my advice, you got to go back to the very basics. And you got to, for at least 3 months, none of this. If you're okay in September, after Labor Day, if you're good, you've learned, and you've made progress, you can come back on here. But now you got to listen to the very basics. 3 months.
I will 100% let you know if he's ready.
Well, I said at the minimum 3 months. And that's
what I'm saying. Like after 3 months, I will 100%. I will look at you. I will send you a text on Instagram, and I will tell you he's good to come on, or if he's not good to come on.
Because I have to say, and I want to let the other guys come in. I know that a lot of people want to say hello, and I'm going to let them say hello. But I think we know what most of the public opinion is. Because of where you come from is the only reason that I'm not irate on you, because of I value Mr. Dragon. I don't even call him by his real first name, Mr. Dragon. I value that man too much, and I know the blood, sweat, and tears he put into this sport and what he does for the community. Other than that, I would have blown up on you like Silver Wolf, but because of where you come from, and I have too much respect for that man. And he is, to me, he's so universally beloved that you gotta listen to these guys, and that's why they. Otherwise, I would have blew up on you for 20. It would have been more fun. I'm sure people would have loved it, But I can't. I have too much respect for him, and you come from his tree. Although it clearly looks like the branch broke off the tree, like the first instance, but you still come from him, and I can't do that because I have too much respect for that man. So you gotta listen to these guys, and you gotta come back. And if it takes 6 months. It takes 9 months. Whatever it is, you have to start over. Because to be honest, you've been doing this a long time. You got to get the hang of it by now. You've been doing it 9 years. 9 years. There's no more like I'm the champion of this fake belt. I'm the champion of this made-up thing. I'm the champion of this whatever that you put yourself in that nobody else wrestles at. You don't defend. No more of that. And I gotta be honest, I want other people out here. Like I shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna say this. Craven Rage is here Wednesday. I've got to be honest. Craven Rage. I'm saying this directly to you. If you come on here and all you're gonna do is you're gonna struggle after 30 minutes of talking, I'm gonna say the same thing for you. Don't come here for like 4 months. If you come on here like Xavier Thorn, because I have a feeling that's where it's going to go Wednesday, if this is going to be a repeat of that, and I know Craven Rage, WCE, I'm talking now because now I'm really not blowing up because of Mr. Dragon. If it was otherwise Mr. Dragon, you would have had 20 minutes uninterrupted of me blowing up because me with a microphone might be at this point more of a Hiroshima than CM Punk is, considering to some promoters, some wrestlers out there, because I can already tell on Facebook for the amount of people who don't like some of the things I've said from other promotions. Basically, I addressed. In fact, one Coach Craven probably knows of actually a bunch of guys out of in the state of Maryland. But the point is that you got to listen to these guys. And Craven Rage, if you're here after 35 minutes and we're going over the same things, and based on what I heard today on the YouTube promo, it sounds like it, you need to take the same advice of Xavier Thorn. But I'm giving you a chance, Craven Rage. But Xavier, that's all I want to say. I want to let Coach and Mac, let them speak anything they want to say. I know Coach is like, what the heck did I just walk into? But that's where we are right now.
Thorn, hold on, bud. Do you remember anything that I told you Saturday, what me and Kato sit down and told you after you did your little spot at the show?
Yeah.
No.
And that aspect, I don't think anybody else really caught what you did at the show. I'm not giving anything up because it'll be out next week or so. But you had a little bit of a personality going out there this weekend, but it wasn't completely there. You were more of rushing what you wanted to do, the way you wanted to do it. Slow down. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you're going to say. Just, me outside the ring. I'm a totally different person from outside the ring to inside the ring, am I not?
You are.
I separate my character from real life. I feel like you're trying to bring your character in with your real life and try to live that character like they were told in the old days. Live your character, be that character. In these times, it's not that way. Your character stays in the ring and on camera. That's it. And sitting there talking about blood, sweat, and tears, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Talk about blood, sweat, and tears.
Those aren't Heinz ketchup packets. Those don't come from an art project. That's actual real red. That's real cuts, scars, and you're definitely not broken, beaten, scarred, to quote a Metallica song from Death Magnetic. But I think you're a lot more heavier than Metallica these days. But go ahead.
I like Metallica. I'm a big, huge Metallica and Most of This in White fan.
I appreciate that, but Mr. Mac 10, go ahead.
But you're sitting there, the blood, sweat, and tears, like everybody here, I guarantee, especially Anthony, has put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this business.
No question.
You put a lot of sweat into the business.
Kind of. I'm gonna call it where it is. Kind of.
I'm also going to go back off of what Anthony said, was talking about the seminar that we did. We had a section in that seminar where all we did was promos. We spent about a good hour, I would say, in promos.
Oh, right. Well, now, how did that happen? That must be the magic of technology because, you were there. I mean, wow. I mean, I don't know how people really do it these days. I mean, certainly, is that an AI Anthony Steele? Because I've heard there's going to be an AI Atomic Titan, but I guess apparently there's now an AI Anthony Steele, huh? But, Coach, do you want to say anything, Coach? I'm going to let Coach have the floor because Coach has been dying here to speak. Yeah, we want to. Absolutely. Why not?
Appreciate it. I'm completely biased in all this. I don't even know who, some of you are. So I'm gonna just chime in here with something. I don't know Xavier. I'm just gonna ask 2 questions, and if you guys would be kind enough to let me have this little exchange with him.
No, fuck you.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He was kidding.
Okay. Number 1.
Uno.
What do you expect to get out of wrestling? And number 2, what is
Money and bitches.
Anthony, I will go
This is in the background.
I will make you go cry into your pillow. You better stop.
I don't cry. I'm sorry. My name ain't Xavier.
Listen here, Andy Kaufman. Go to fuck on for a second.
It's okay. It's okay. I had a luxurious wrestling career. Don't play with me.
Luxurious?
Yeah.
Luxurious. I haven't
Luxurious.
seen you on Raw tonight.
Yet. Keyword.
Anyway, what do you expect to get out of wrestling, Xavier, and what do you hope to accomplish with it?
At some
Why are you
point,
doing it?
until Mac or Anthony tells me like, hey, okay, you're good to go, you're ready. At some point, I do see myself going to school somewhere.
I'm sorry, I'm cut you. Not Mac 10, not Shane Davidson, not Anthony Steele. What does Xavier Thorn want to accomplish? What do you want out of wrestling? Why are you doing it? Why do you do it? Fuck everybody else's opinion right now. Why do you do it?
My all-time goal is to go to AEW. Simple. You know, I had a dream
Why do you do it?
when I was a kid, and I'm currently chasing it. So,
are you passionate?
I had a dream as a kid.
Okay.
I had a dream as a kid, and I'm currently chasing it. So, you know.
Okay. No, that's fair enough. Fair enough. So, when you go, are you actively working? Do you work matches regularly? Anywhere, backyard, anywhere.
I'm working with Resurrection currently right now.
So the answer is yes. Have you worked matches?
They brought him back a few months ago. He's worked a few matches in the last few months. I'll answer it for you.
Do yourself a favor. I understand everybody else is giving their opinion and their 2 cents and their advice. Do yourself. I know that they're telling you to take a step back from podcasting, from promos. Do yourself one better. Take yourself out of the entire wrestling equation for a period of time, a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months, whatever you need. Think about what is it on wrestling that you want to make an impact with when it comes to you. Like, you want to show up at an organization or a venue and be like, I'm the Psychopath Xavier Thorn, and that's all. I've heard people talk about you need an identity. I've heard people say you need to learn how to do promos. You have to learn. You have to understand for yourself. None of these guys can teach you this, and none of these guys can show you this. You have to know and be passionate enough and be confident enough within yourself. This is why I'm doing it, and this is what I'd like to showcase. This is what I want people to see of me. This is how I want to impress an audience. This is how I want to deliver what I have to offer to this sport. You need to. Identity is a great thing to learn how to have. Doing promos is a great thing to learn how to do. And I've come up here before and say promos is half the game, and it is. But if you don't know who you are, forget the wrestling identity. If you don't know who you are and what you want to offer wrestling, you need to wait on the other things. You need to find out. I'm passionate. I want to go to AEW. I've had this dream since I was a kid. Fine. You have to figure out inside you, how are you going to make that happen? I mean,
I want to be like Chris Craven.
Hey, you can learn. I come on here and I chew people's asses out all the time just being funny. I'm being serious with him because
you need to be with him because of where he comes from. He's somebody I deeply respect, and it's Copper Dragon.
You have a passion for this. You're trying to chase it. Fine. Figure out what it is that you want to offer wrestling. Be passionate about it enough to learn the craft. From even if it starts you all the way at the bottom again, you're starting all the way from scratch. Learn the craft, the business, the psychology of everything, how shows work, how the backstage works, how everything. Figure out and learn how all the gears fit into the machining and operate it. Figure out what you want to do with wrestling so that you can take that knowledge, learn how to perform in the ring, learn how to promo, learn how to do present your identity, your character, or gimmick. Yeah, Mac 10 is right in a way. This isn't back in the 1980s where you're working the gimmick 24/7. No. But Tom Bryce is kind enough to have this podcast where a lot of guys come up here and they like to showcase that gimmick from time to time, just shit talking, just for shits and giggles for fun. And it's what it is. It's fun. Just to give an example, I've come up here before and I've ripped Steel a new one. I
took it on the chin.
Yeah, it was taken on the chin. And then I've come up here and I've ripped Craven Rage and Anarchist.
Well, he's here Wednesday night, and I have a feeling that's going to be.
I've come up here and gone against Craven Rage and Anarchist Gunshot and chased them off the show because they took it personally.
Hey, side note,
it's a character, it's a gimmick. This is entertainment.
Anarchist Gunshot should not be in wrestling. Real quick, Anarchist Gunshot, and again, nice kid, but should not be wrestling. Craven Rage. I mean, I don't know what to say.
I gotta check on her. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
So, side note, Chris, one of my boys is watching here, and when you called me Andy Kaufman, he just sent me a message. He was like, "What's up, Andy Kaufman?" So now that's going to be
you've got about the ability that all you can do is wrestle women.
I think dead Andy Kaufman might have been more entertaining than the first person that got from Xavier Thorn, to be honest.
You're Andy Kaufman, and Taylor's your Jerry Lawler.
Hey, guess what? Yeah, fuck.
I was like, where is James Taylor right now? I sent him the link. I was wondering, where is James Taylor? I thought James Taylor would have been about, let's say hello to some people while we're here, first of all. Let's say hello to my friend, Mr. Justin Abel, saying he is the new sole owner of NEW Underground Wrestling. And Anthony, you should know that if I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'm getting an NEW Underground Wrestling tattoo. So we got to get me to 1,000 subscribers. So that's a pretty... I pay for it. What do you think? This is
NEW better fucking pay for it.
They don't need to pay for it. I could pay for 1,000 tattoos. Let them. It'll be good. It's good. It's good for both of us. It's a win-win. Want to say hello to Peter Richards. Thorn isn't pooping. Well, he might be after this. Let's see who else is here. Jack Spade is here. I had a great conversation with Jack earlier this weekend. And he said something about closed captions. Let's go from the very beginning. Thorn playing a game. Yeah, well, this was a game. Unfortunately, it was reality, though. Is this guy playing a game? Well, that's why I was laughing, Anthony, for the first 10 minutes of the promo. Yeah, that's what I addressed later on. Jack Delta. Hello, Jack Delta. Thorn is a busy man. Those platinum trophies aren't going to earn themselves, fellas. Don't they call those like participation trophies if you played CYO basketball? Even I used to get those. Well, I became a little bit of a better player than that. Yes, he is better than being on the toilet. Well, he might be on the toilet now because he basically chewed out for the past 40 minutes. Thorn in timeout. Well, he's in timeout now. Thorn is an important man. If you got to go to the bathroom, he'll bring his camera to the bathroom as well. Let's not do that. He found his new gimmick. What is he doing? Get someone else on. We've got a bunch of people on, Jake. I couldn't wait much longer. Mr. Titan, I sent you the link. You're welcomed. I think we were addressing Mr. Thorne's mic issues. James Taylor can hear him. I think that's what we got. Anyway, Jack asked for it. We got it. I think he was scared. Hand sanitizer was bizarre. I couldn't hold it in much longer. This was worse than his last Instagram Live, basically.
Hey,
that was.
I got some.
Go for it.
Well, can you bring up Delta's last comment that he just?
You got a lot of comments.
The one that you just did.
No, fuck you.
Where he talked about me or James on Sportswire.
James to roast him instead, that's the one.
Oh, So here, I'll do something. If we can get Sportswire to 1,000 subscribers, I'll get the Sportswire logo tattooed on me.
No, I already made it. Listen, I'll tell you what.
I'll get the Sportswire logo.
No. I got this already. I think
I think it'd be cool. I really think.
Well, how about? Well, let's see what happens. Thorn vs. Silverwolf is not happening. We have too much respect for Mr. Copper Dragon. We're gonna leave out the loose cannon stuff because, again, only because of where he comes from, which is Copper Dragon. Thorn should not start a podcast. He should get off a podcast after this one. After this one, he should be put in timeout. So if he wants to do a podcast, it should be timeout Thorn for the next 3 months, maybe for the remainder of the year. Let's see. The toilet goes over. The toilet. Well, he's probably on the toilet right now because of what I'm saying. He changes. Well, I'm going to leave. We're a family station. I'm going to leave that alone. Thorn, as I'm the partners. Yeah, you should be ashamed of this one, the Hardcore King. Pretend you didn't go on his Instagram Live a few days ago. Boy, yes, Mac is here. He commented. We say hi to Mac. Thorn should train Silverwolf. I think Silverwolf should basically train on the Fisher Price training wheel still. How you doing, Shane Davidson? Shane is one of my boys. Love Shane Davidson, by the way. Cheap plug for Shane Davidson. Riot in the ring is Saturday. Can't wait for that.
I had to go check on my wife. She was throwing up.
Okay. How you feeling? You okay? Are you okay, Mr. Thorn?
No, I had to check on her.
I'm asking, are you okay right now? Are you feeling good? Everything okay? Are you, Mr. Thorn?
I had to check on my wife.
Mr. Thorn! Mr. Thorn! Are you okay? How are you feeling? I am asking you, how are you feeling right now?
Mentally.
Physically.
We are live. How are you? Wait, why are you broken physically? Nobody physically didn't do anything to you. You just came on here and shat the bed. I mean, it happens. Listen, it happens, But these guys are here because they care about you.
Oh, shit.
They care about you. And speaking of people that...
Oh, shit! No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Anthony, you won't like the fact that I think so. Anthony, you won't like the fact that I think was it Jack or somebody said on one of the recent Sportswire shows. It's always like James and I are always together on Sportswire. So I think Anthony, I'm fighting you for James's friendship.
He don't talk to me no more. So you can have him.
How you doing, James? How you doing, James? James Taylor, my man.
Hey, look. Let's talk about what's important. Let's talk about.
And you know what, Thorn, you did a good thing because you brought James and Anthony and all of us together. So you know what? Congratulations. But
let's talk about a good thing. Let's talk about July 5th. July 5th, where that man that's over there eating ramen noodles gets to step in the ring again.
What flavor is the ramen noodles?
Gets to step in the ring again.
What's the flavor?
The real deal. July 5th.
And I've got ROEW news for you, James. Also, by the way, coming up.
Speak up a little bit. I can't hear you with that dick in your mouth.
Are you wait?
You're perfectly fine when I whoop your ass.
No, we're family station, but Coach, are you trying to say that Anthony Steele is a dick lover? Is that what you're trying to tell us here? Are you trying to say that he is a dick lover? Are you trying to say that's not fair? Anthony's a gentleman.
No, what he's trying to say is he's going to be baffled by the fact that he lost to Anthony Steele at Summer Bash.
I see. What you feeling? Well, James Steele is also. So
do I really look baffled?
Yeah, you're going.
Do I really look baffled?
You're going to be.
You look surprised.
I think
that's what I'm saying, bro. You look surprised because you know. Hey, I understand you've been out of the game a little bit, but I'm gonna bring you back in the same way I did James. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
James is a once was and probably will never be again.
No. Actually, he's the new owner of ROEW. Not so fast. He's the new. James is back in wrestling. He's the new owner of ROEW. And speaking of James, ROEW.
Fine. He gets someone to bring him coffee because he's an owner. Great. Good for you.
Congratulations. Hey, is James Thorn your king?
No. I'm somebody, you Looney Tune little bitch, that left wrestling, and I made the choice to come back. You didn't bring me back. And what's really going to be funny, is when I walk into Summer Bash and I embarrass you after sitting on my ass for years.
You ain't gonna embarrass me. You ain't gonna embarrass nothing. The only thing you're gonna embarrass is that car ride all the way back to Massachusetts when you have to hold your head down.
It's Maryland. It's Maryland. At least.
Maryland, Massachusetts, all around the same fucking place.
I think you wrestled in Maryland before, Anthony.
All I'm gonna
You
say
said
is
I was a once was. Is that what you said, Mr. Chris?
yes, sir. You're a once was and
not
never
anymore.
I'm not the one that looks like a depressed.
Mr. Taylor, are you an active wrestler? Do you work matches consistently?
He books them now, though. He owns the company.
Matches I've done, or how many matches
this.
consistently I do.
Stop.
I love
This is great.
Dude, swear to God. Hey, let's bring these two guys. Omen Black, I know you're watching. Let's bring these two guys on fucking inside the ropes.
25 years.
Let's bring these two guys on inside the ropes.
25 years consistently is 25 years on and off. Okay, Mr. Oompa Loompa.
Hey, James.
You look like a depressed carrot top. I'd beat you any day of the week.
Hey, you guys hop alone.
Anthony Steele. So why don't you focus on Anthony?
James.
I'll put my name in your mouth.
Bring it.
I'll drop it.
Hey, wait, hold on. Our mission to spend the gas money, drive your ass up to Ohio, climb in the ring, and we'll do business.
Oh no! Look, the hacker that hacked into the IG of Resurrection just posted, "Hi, Thorn."
And speaking of people, I want to give a plug to my buddy Chase Sullivan from our friends over at Underground Wrestling Alliance. He's here tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I want to say hello to him, and also I want to say hello to Joshua Allen.
Something to say.
Go for it, Xavier Thorn. Welcome back. It's good to see you. What do you want? Go for it, Xavier Thorn. Xavier.
I'm sick and fucking tired of all the politics and every fucking body coming after me. I'm sick and tired of Chase Sullivan.
Whoa, Xavier.
Everybody.
Xavier, you're gonna let me talk now. Xavier.
I wanted to hear it.
No, there's no politics. There's no politics in this. You came on tonight and couldn't talk. There's no politics. It wasn't TBW that couldn't help you cut a promo. It wasn't Resurrection Wrestling that couldn't help you cut a promo. It wasn't anybody here. You have not been held down. None of it. You need to listen, and there's no politics. No backstabbing, none of it. As a matter of fact, you've been given more chances than probably Doc Gooden and Darryl Strawberry did in baseball. You've been given more chances probably than, I guess, Charles Barkley with a microphone. I mean, the facts is that you've gotten more chances almost than anybody out there. As a matter of fact, you've probably gotten more chances than, let's say, Hulk Hogan in the WWE. I mean, you've been given so many chances that they could basically put your middle name as Xavier Chance Storm. Xavier Second Chance Storm. As a matter of fact, it could be 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So the facts is that there's no politics. You haven't been held down. You haven't been punished. There's none of that. You came on tonight and couldn't talk. Simple as that. You could not talk. So there's no backstabbing. There's no lies. You talked about the toxicity. There is no toxicity. It's all make-believe in your mind because you came here and couldn't talk. I expected after the last appearance you were going to rectify it. Maybe I should have listened because, as a matter of fact, people actually told me not to bring you on. But I said no. I know him. He's a good young man. He's a good kid. And I think he's learning. He's trying. Let's give him another shot.
Who told you?
That's strict confidentiality. That's client guest privilege. So I could not talk about that because that would certainly be that's on sworn anonymity. So I'm not just yes, Shane. Go ahead, jump in.
Thorn, that right there is your problem. You're worrying about what everybody else thinks about you. Do what you want to do. Stop listening to everybody else. Stop trying to just be yourself.
Sounds so close to the wall.
That's all we're saying. There's no direct attacks, and you're taking everything as a direct attack, and it's not a direct attack.
Nobody wants to attack you personally. People want to see you succeed. Honestly, People want to see you succeed. Listen, here's the truth. Now I'm going to talk to you in the truth because I'm going to be nice to you. Because I really do like you. I think you're a good kid. I really do. You have a good heart. You have a lot of energy. Deep down, you're a good person. I think here's what people really think of you. They want to see you succeed, but you come on and you're almost coming across like a punchline. And you don't want to come across that way because people do want to see you succeed. People are here. He left, and that's unfortunately, that shows you. You know what? I have no time for that. I have zero tolerance for that. You know what? I'm going to do it, and I shouldn't do this. Xavier Thorn, if you're not going, if you hung up, don't give me the line like last time. Oh, I couldn't be. My wife called me. No, your wife didn't call you. You couldn't handle being in the kitchen. When it got too hot, you ran away. So clearly now, you're a coward. And as a matter of fact, and I shouldn't do this, but now I'm going to do it because I have zero tolerance for this. Xavier Thorn, do not come back to Sportswire again until you can stand here for an entire conversation, also give out a conversation, and don't come. And as a matter of fact, don't go on Instagram Live. Don't go on anything else until you can come back here on this platform, and he's back here. There you go. Okay, Xavier Thorn, you're here?
Ooh, let's go!
Are you got Xavier, are you here? Xavier. Xavier. Boy, Xavier. I feel I don't have kids, but I feel like if I were a parent, I want to almost like say Xavier. Let's get back to basics because now I'm going to keep you on the platform. Stay here. You have nowhere to go. You were playing NBA 2K. Trust me, the NBA right now is boring. We know the Celtics are going to go in the finals. So are the Mavericks. There's nothing else.
Let's go.
Moment. You got to be here. Is there something? Go for it, because I'm like baffled now. Is there something wrong with him?
I got you. What's up, Shane? How you doing? Nice to meet you. My name is Anthony Steele.
What's up?
I've heard that you're kind of like me, which is kind of funny to me. For the simple fact, ain't nobody like me. There's only one of me.
And there's only one of me.
But
he's got a bigger microphone than you.
Let's talk. Do what? What? Hey, and whatever you're showing is blocked by the big ass Sportswire logo. So
I can't. Maybe if I can shrink the logo. Let me see. I might be able to shrink it. Give me 1 second.
Or just move it down to the bottom.
I can't. Unfortunately, they won't allow you to do it. It's stupid. Let me see.
That's fucking dumb.
No.
But boom, gone, disappeared. Like James with his fucking McDonald's Wi-Fi over there. You're supposed to be the ROEW owner, and you can't.
I thought James was rich. I thought he was like a million.
Shit. Hey, 1 goes, 2 goes. Let's count down, boys.
I thought James Taylor was like raking in the thousands in TikTok and YouTube money. What happened?
Hey, no, that dude's broke more than an Ethiopian lemonade stand. Calm the fuck down, Jack.
Well, I passed by. Gotta say no.
We're talking about how you fucking suck, you piece of shit. James Taylor.
I gotta be honest.
He's trash. He's a trash ROEW owner. You ain't never gonna make it in a fucking owner management position, just like you couldn't handle being a fucking wrestler. That's why you're gone. Anthony Steele has to bring you back time in and time fucking out, and I'm tired of it. James Taylor isn't anything without Anthony fucking Steele. That's what we're talking about.
I think the goof troop is because Xavier Thorn was supposed to be here, and he kept like having connection problems, and now he's finished. And as a matter of fact, Xavier Thorn should be finished, period. And as a matter of fact, if he doesn't come back here in the next 5 minutes, Xavier Thorn is finished from Sportswire altogether until he can learn how to talk. Because I'm not going to tolerate this anymore.
Hey,
Xavier,
back. You want to play Harry Houdini again?
I'm not going to take it. No more.
We are live. No. We are live.
No, we won't go. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, listen, Xavier Thorn, he is going. And as a matter of fact, he's out of here until he can actually learn how to talk.
You're out.
No, he's out. No, at this point, Xavier Thorn is out. I don't want to hear anything about Xavier Thorn. Anyway, maybe Coach. Maybe you're right. Maybe Xavier Thorn needs to take a sabbatical from wrestling because this is not. You can't represent any company like this. I don't care if you're WCE. You can't even represent them the way this way.
He's got to learn how to color before he can write in cursive.
I just don't understand why he thought it was like this was political. Like this isn't political.
Well, he's here now. He's alive, and Jack Spade, the icon. Jack.
Let's go!
By the way, from my good friend Jack Spade, Jack and I had a great conversation a couple of days ago, which got me excited. But Jack, I wish I'd saw you in a different light. But Mr. Thorne, you're here, so you're earning my respect again. You can stay on Sportswire, but Mr. Spade, you are an icon, so give me your words and say and hi.
Let's see if the
Leave him alone. He's an icon. He's an icon. Leave him alone.
He's a James Taylor 2.0. He's James Taylor 2.0. What are you gonna do? Be the
He's wrestled a lot more matches in the last 10 years than James. Come on, give him a pass.
Jack Spade is gonna go.
I just got something to say to Xavier Thorn.
Disappear from wrestling. Just
Go for it, Jack. I have more guests coming on here. You'll be surprised. There's more.
Still, back off.
I just got something quick to say up to Xavier Thorn real quick because my wife in there asleep.
Oh, okay, good
But
point.
I want
to make the message.
Thorn, you say everybody's against you. Whether you think that or not, good. Use it. You say everybody wants to keep you down. Good. Use it. Let that passion fill you. Let it empower you. Let it draw you to something greater. When people tell you you can't do it, that should just drive you so much further to do it in their face so you can say hi. And it's not that people are against you. We really want you to succeed, but you make it hard because you say you're going to improve, but we just don't see the improvement. Now, I'm not saying that you're not trying because you might be giving it your all. I can't say whether you are or not because I'm not you. And my 10% might be your whole 100%. And that's not me downing you. And that's not me praising myself. It's just that everybody's different and we all have different limitations. What I want you to do, I want you to use all these words, all this negativity, and I want you to hold it in your heart. And I want it to empower you to something greater. Take it to the next step. I want you to let that pain that you feel, that frustration, because when you said, I'm tired of all the people being against me, I felt it. I felt it for the first time in a long time. I felt Xavier Thorn. It felt like you were mad. It felt like you were angry. It felt like you had something to say, and it didn't matter who wanted to hear it or who didn't want to hear it. Everybody listened. Use that. Use it because that was pure. That was emotion. And that's what we've been saying you're missing the whole time. And you showed it to us that you got it in you. I know you got it in you. Ronnie know you got it in you. Everybody in this group chat, they know that you got it in you. Well, not everybody, but we know you got it in you. Use it. Use it. Use it. You are Xavier fucking Thorn. It says so right there on your name. You know what that means. So show it to everybody else.
Brett.
Amen. That's
why all I got to say about that. You know it's serious because I started sweating. I was driving.
I love it. He's right, though. Jack Spade is right. Everybody cares about you. Everybody wants to see you succeed. You know, you come from Copper Dragon's Tree. Listen, I think you're a good kid. I speak to you off the air. I know you're a good kid. People like you. They like you. They're not. They don't. People don't want to see you fail. Nobody wants to see anybody fail. But you know, you got to just do something.
Thorn, I'm gonna kind of get a little personal here.
Go for it.
On more of a personal note here, Thorn, I can guarantee you, with Ronnie, Still, and Spade, if we didn't think you had it, you wouldn't be with Rezzy. That's the God's honest truth right there. If we didn't think you had it in you, you wouldn't be with Rezzy.
Mac, let me break the fourth wall a little bit with you, Thorn. If we didn't think that you have it, if we didn't think that we could help you evolve into what you're wanting to be, you really think that what happened Saturday night, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, you'd still be with Resurrection right now? Without letting the people know what the fuck transpired Saturday night, you really think that
absolutely not
what you did, you'd still be with Rezzy?
Absolutely not.
Because Spade doesn't even know what the fuck transpired. But what you did Saturday, dude, you know I had to sit there and I talked to Ronnie. I sat there and talked to him, and I was like, give the kid a chance. He got his temper flared a little bit. Give him a fucking chance.
Yeah, hold on. Hey Tom, bring up the West Memphis Kids comment just now.
If he can't hang, that's kind of what I said about 15 minutes ago. That's the line that I used.
We've sat here. I say we because a lot of us have collectively been on Sportswire Radio fucking more times than we can count on our goddamn hands.
James, what do we always know? Oh, James, he's on Sportswire again? Oh, no, he's on Sportswire. He took somebody else's time, right? That's what they always say about James coming on here.
Like, we give a platform. We elevated this platform for people like you to get on here to promote you to other fucking companies, other people, so you can get exposure while you promote yourself at the same time. And the one thing that we've always said to everybody, if you can't promote yourself, we can't promote you for yourself.
I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree with you more. You can't self-promote. Get that. It's like, listen, I hate to say it, breaking the fourth wall. It's my big gripe with XCW. XCW can't promote themselves, but yet I should bring XCW on. Why should I bring XCW on if their talent doesn't promote themselves? So it's the same thing. It's like it is. If you can't come on and talk, you can't be here. I must listen, Xavier. I do care about you because you're a good kid. You have a beautiful family. You're a hard worker. You love wrestling. You have infectious energy off the air. You come from Copper Dragon's Wing. But if you can't talk, dude, you got to go, man. You got to go. I can't have you come on here. I can't allow you to, A, for your own safety, I can't allow you to be embarrassed like this again. And B, you are going to embarrass the platform. People can say, sure, this will get views. But you know what? Honestly, the last couple weeks, Sportswire did great. We had Aaron Blaze, Ledger Shade, we had Jake Matthews, the whole NEW roster. What a sweet bunch of people. Jack Delta was back. We had all these great people that were here. Sean Joby, the All Wrestling Matters announcement. We had so many great things going for it. And I can't have this turn into where you get plumped in the same sentence as Skulls, who's still calling himself a wrestling promoter, C2K, who's now calling himself a podcaster and promoting. You got Silver Wolf, who's now going back and saying he's got a new company, new change. Zach Attack, the guy who has a shit stain on the back of his pants. I mean, seriously, bro, go to the laundromat, clean the pants, and then maybe come back in 2 years when you stay away from women and you do dirty things to them. Tyler Ark wants to come on here. I mean, I'm honestly, Craven Rage is borderline for me right now. I honestly, because I've been loyal to him, but even him, he's wasting a valuable spot. I can't have it anymore where I got to have guys who are going to waste hardworking guys that want to come on here. Even if it's going to generate more views, it's not good views. It's views that make you look bad. It makes the platform look bad at this point. So I really, honestly, a warning shot is out to people. If you are going to want to come on here and you can't talk, I don't care if you're Miano Diaz. I don't care if you're Xavier Thorn. I don't care if you're Silver Wolf, Zach Attack, the guy with a shit stain on his pants, Loose Cannon, who looks like a nuclear experiment.
Fucking chant in the chat.
C2K, if you're going to be here next week, a warning shot to C2K. I don't think you should be here for a while. Warning shot to C2K, because I'm telling you right now, C2K, I know you're going to tell me all love, prayers, Palm 2635, but you're going to be laughed at. I'm telling you. So think about this. Think about it. For anybody that wants to come on here, you better be able to promote. You better be able to have something to say, because I'm not going to be leveraging the time of it. And this is a warning shot right now. Facts are, Craven Rage, you're here Wednesday night, 9:30. If you're here and it's going to be talking about BBCs and you're struggling to talk and you're hemming and hawing, I'm going to put all these guys on here and it's going to turn into another this. But I'm telling you right now, I want this to be heard. If you're going to have a performance like Xavier Thorn has, I'm not going to be as kind as I was tonight. And it's going to be a sabbatical for you coming on this platform. So it better be you're good on Wednesday. It better be your best promos yet. It better be where you have something really good to say, not BBCs, not how you're the greatest, not how you're taking over the yard again. It better be something informative, because I don't have any tolerance right now. Again, Guys that come on here and can't talk. Guys that want to come on here and tout how many championships they won. That are make-believe, invincible, Reynolds wrap plastic belts that they're made of. Guys that come on here and have no followers. Guys that come on here and have shit stains on the back of their pants. No joke. Guys that come on this platform and have basically claimed they're 33-year veterans but have 8 career matches and 3 of them they were blown up, which means they couldn't wrestle more than 2 minutes. Guys that came on here and took whatever it was, a baseball bat, a plastic ball, paper plates, whatever it was, and tried to injure somebody. Guys that basically should be in basically the special needs and instead of wrestling promoters. Guys that come on here and speak with lisp. Newsflash. If you can't talk, get out of the kitchen, because if you want to be able to hang, I'm going to burn you like you've never been burned. Matter of fact, we're in barbecue season right now. If you come on here and you can't talk, I'm going to be the one that's sliding the kerosene. And I'm not going to be as kind as these guys, because what? I'm from New York, right? So all I know about is roasting people or burning them, and I will burn your career to a crisp because I have no tolerance for this right now. So if you're going to come on here, anybody running shot, anybody that wants to come on this platform, if you can't talk, I'm telling you right now, the fireworks are going to be at your expense. The barbecue is going to be, you're the one that's going to be grilled. And I guarantee you, when I light the kerosene, it's going to be bigger than any Hiroshima that I've given yet. So this is a warning shot. Xavier Thorn, unfortunately, you were the test dummy. But if you're Craven Rage Wednesday night and you can't talk on here, C2K, you want to come on here and you're going to talk about all love, brother, and I've been in this sport 33 years and I've got like 8 career matches and 3 of them I was basically blown up in. I've had a rap career, which basically is the same nursery rhyme over again. I've done movies, but basically they look like not even public access TV could air the quality from it. If you're anybody out there, Skull, that's a wrestling promoter, quote unquote, but really lives like in a fixed room with somebody, or if you're Tyler Ark, where you look like you should probably be basically like maybe one of those like special need homes, or if you're Loose Cannon who went back to the Red Sox, claims he's retired, fake cancer get a match and scammed the company out of $1,000, and then all of a sudden now wants to appear again, or if this other guy, Zack Attack, who's basically a 30 perp that has a brown stain on his pants. If you're any of these people, or if you're any other promotion, I don't care if you're in Maryland, Indiana, North Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Iowa, Indiana, Wisconsin. I'm telling you right now, if you come on here and can't talk, I'm telling you right now, I actually know how to light a fire, and I can assure you it's going to be bigger than any fire they've ever seen yet. So, yep, I got that for you, trust me. And I got the yard right in front of my house. And I guarantee you, I'm going to make sure they'll be talking about it from Memorial Day to July 4th to Labor Day to next year. So this is a news flash and a warning shot, and a specifically warning shot to Craven Rage Wednesday night. There's no tolerance. There's no tolerance if you couldn't come on here and you can't talk. I'm just telling you right now. Xavier, unfortunately, well, we're going to be a lot of people here, but Xavier, I really like you. I really think you're a good kid, and the only reason I didn't like you is because of Copper Dragon. Yep. Oh, I see it. Trust me, I see it. But I think very highly of you off the air. But I'm just saying right now, I got you. But I'm just telling you right now, before I bring Alan Michaels, who Alan Michaels is not used to this because he sees me Friday nights. But the point is that Xavier Thorn, I'm telling you right now, I want 3 months sabbatical from podcasting. I want 6 months minimum of training. I want at least 9 months of weekly conversations, weekly sessions with Mac 10, Anthony Steele, Ronnie Brady, the West Memphis Kid, Jack Spade, and then maybe after that, I want to see you come back on the Sportswire. Until then, I want to see no more. And when you come on any podcast, I don't want to see any game streaming. Do that on Universal Games Pro. Don't do that in the wrestling. I want to see, when you go to training, by the way, show up an hour early and offer anything you can to help the guys. Do whatever you can. Be there early, stay there late, and just say, yes, sir, and thank you very much. That's my honest advice to you.
So let's start off that Tom Bryce just shot the fuck off, guys. So
that was insane, dude. That was the biggest rant I've ever heard in my life.
See, the biggest thing is, and like, even though I've only been doing this for 7 years, we got guys like Craven Rage that have been coming on here and said he's been doing this for 20, 30 fucking years.
Hornswoggle taught him, and he's the greatest. And please give me more chances. And it's going to be another debacle Wednesday. I mean, I don't even know why. C2K, you got to let me up. You got to let me up. I'm going to let you on, buddy. But I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, it's going to be another one of these. And I want
you don't have to worry about Craven Rage. Tom, you don't have to worry about Craven Rage. Wednesday night, he don't show up, and you want to Craven.
Well, we'll show up because he's probably thinking
about Craven on your thing. I'm off Wednesday.
Right now, the interview. He's thinking about it.
And as far as
I'm sure they'll be the same people here.
As far as Summer Bash is concerned, don't worry. I'm going to take care of Craven Rage. I'm going to show him what it really is to be a wrestler. If he shows up.
I got a question. Because let's get off this. Let's dive the heat down a little bit. So there's somebody. If
you can't handle the heat, Steel, you're gonna be doing dishes.
I can handle the heat more than anybody in this goddamn fucking chat right now. Let it be real. So I gotta ask the question. I have to ask the question.
We might have an answer.
Hey, Shane Davis.
Davidson.
What you doing July 5th through July 7th?
Waiting on my wife to give birth.
You said what?
Waiting for his wife to give birth.
Oh. So I've been asked by multiple people when I first found out who the fuck you were, is when the fuck are we going to see me versus you? And I've heard what happened between you and TBW. Trust me. I went through the whole damn ringer with them.
Oh boy, Alan Michaels. Alan, do you want to exit? Go ahead and exit if you want to exit right now.
James knows firsthand what ringer I went through with TBW. And this ain't me shooting on TBW. This is staying.
Excuse me, Still.
What?
I have something I want to say. And right now I'm not speaking to Xavier fucking Thorn. And this is the God's honest truth that I'm about to speak right now. I done heard everybody. I done heard y'all. I done heard Tom. Now it's my fucking turn. I want to rant, and I'm finna say what the fuck I need to say. I'm sick and tired of the fucking Chase Sullivans and the Jack Deltas and all of these people.
Okay, I'm not going to tolerate. Chase Sullivan and Jack Deltas have nothing to do with tonight. They have nothing to do with tonight.
Let me get to that. Chase wanted to hop in here with this Xavier corn bullshit. What are we in 3rd grade? That's the best joke you can come up with?
No, it's called getting trolled.
This pisses me off. And I'm angry because for the simplest of facts that I'm trying. And I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry that I can't go into a ring and speak my mind for 30 fucking minutes. I'm sorry that I can't sit here and rip somebody a new one. I wasn't taught that way. I just got into this sport and started wrestling. That's it. But if I need to get there and I need to tap into that moment, then I'll do that.
Oh,
if I need to
can I ask you a question?
Savage son of a bitch, I will do that.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on, Steel. Let him finish.
Yes.
I want to hear this.
Oh, how long have you actually been doing this?
Oh my God.
9 years.
9 years?
9 years.
Precisely 9, yes.
Okay. So in 9 years, who taught you? In 9 years, who taught you? Leading up to this point.
Copper Dragon taught me for a little bit of it. Then he ended up moving to California. But that's besides the point.
So no.
The
So
point
Copper Dragon taught you when you first started. A guy that has been in this industry for 20 years and now has a successful TikTok where he reviews wrestling matches. So what you're leading me to believe is either A, and this ain't no disrespect to you, Copper Dragon, either A, he's a shitty ass fucking teacher, or B, you don't listen to a goddamn fucking thing anyone tells you.
I don't want to say what the real answer is to break the fourth wall because two of his disciples are actually pretty well-known stars, and Shalance Royal and Skrilla. So you can obviously think what the answer was.
So my thing with you is when I came to you at Resi, I told you keep your eyes open, your mouth shut, and listen to every single thing that anyone has to say. So, with that being said, Thorn, you're still playing the blame game. No offense. You're saying you're tired of this, you're tired of that, you're tired of someone talking shit. I'm going to tell you this. I've heard so much shit talking my entire career. Chris has probably heard so much shit talking his
You know
entire
what?
career.
I actually, Thorn, I want to get Anthony. I got it, Thorn. People want to hear you. Go ahead and speak, Thorn. You know what? People actually want to hear what you had to say. So I want to let you continue your promo, Thorn. No, go for it. You got the floor. You got the floor. Say whatever
James,
you want.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
James Taylor.
James Taylor. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You,
Can I help you?
of every fucking body that I've ever encountered, have sat here and told me, kid, if you can't cut a promo, then you don't need to be here. You need to take a step back and learn. You caught me numerous of times. You told me, Thorn, okay, your wrestling's getting a little better, but you still need help talking. Okay, I admit that. I do. Everybody fucks up. Everybody has a slip up. But do I think people should get pasteurized and teased about it? I'm not Craven Rage. I'm not none of these people you named. It's millions of people of them. It's plenty of people. It's plenty of Craven Rages. It's plenty of whatever the fuck his name is, Silverwoods. But it's only one me. And it will forever be one me until the day I leave this son of a bitch. And I'm sick and tired of people fucking pastoring me my whole career. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to show my promos in the ring. I'm going to show my skills on the mic. I'm going to show my in-ring and capability. Because when it comes to wrestling, I got the passion for this. Me! I have a fucking passion. I lost my best friend. She's not here anymore. And I told her, I said, Mama, by the grace of fucking God, I'm going to get to professional wrestling or I will die trying. And this ain't no 50 Cent quote. This is real shit. Still, I love you to death, bro. The shit you told me was real. Shane, I love you to death. The shit you told me was real. Matt, you have been my brother from day one. We went to school together. What you told me from day one, Thorn, slow down, plan what you're doing, and then execute. That's what I'm doing from now on. I'm slowing down, I'm preparing for my next move, and I'm executing the shit.
Amen.
Fuck a warning shot. The warning shot is dead. Fuck a warning shot. I'm giving a final shot for whoever got a fucking problem with Xavier Thorn. Fuck Chase Sullivan. Fuck anybody that got a problem with me. Because for the simple fact, Xavier Thorn will always be Xavier fucking Thorn. And that's a promise. I'm sick and tired.
Let me ask
you.
Amen.
I gotta say that.
You're good.
Dude, back up what you're saying. Hold on. I'm sick and tired of people saying, dude, back up what you're saying. We don't believe you. Your words have no meaning. Bullshit. This year?
Thorn. Thorn.
I don't care what I have to do.
Thorn. Look, hold on.
My words are going to have meaning. And it's going to be fear behind them.
Look at what you're doing.
You feel that?
No, guys, hold on. No, I'm trying to help him. Look at what you just did.
I'm helping him too.
Taylor, hold on. Look at what you just did. That's a promo.
Booyah!
That is a promo. From in here. From in here.
And we
That's
felt
a promo.
And we felt
everybody else, just hold on. That's where promos come from. That's how you make a promo. You let it come from in here. You may not have all the words ready. You let it come up from here, and you'll never fail. No matter if you're in promo, your ring work, no matter what anybody else tells you with wrestling, I've been doing this a long time, and I'm telling you right now, from in here, have that same rage. The next time you go cut a promo, have that same rage. Portray it. Push it out. Do whatever you have to do exactly what you just did to get your point across. You sat here and you gave it all back to us, but you were being real about it. You weren't being a character. You were being real.
Kurt,
Put that,
Kurt, that's your name, right?
That energy and that heart into getting it out.
Kurt, let me
And
be
you're
real.
golden, dude.
Let me be real. I'm gonna be real with all of y'all right now.
Good.
This is what happens when you've been bullied all through high school. This is what happens when you have over 12 years of pent-up aggression from people that bullied you up until the day you decided to leave school. I quit school because I was bullied and pasteurized, and I never did anything or said anything about it. Wrestling was my go-to. Wrestling was my escape. When I got into wrestling, I got teased by everybody. You can't promo, you can't wrestle, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, this year, I'm proving to fucking do something about it. Ronnie Brady, I love you to death, brother. If you're watching this, you have not felt my rage. These upcoming months in Resurrection are going to be hell because I'm going to do my damnness to prove each and every last one of y'all wrong about me.
Good.
You see that? You need to tap into that even when you're going to the ring. You keep that fire, you're unstoppable.
That's the point that people want to see, and they know that you have it in you. And use that rage to fuel you. Because you know what? You're absolutely right. I've been saying that the entire day. I don't want you to be like Craven Rage and Silver Wolf and Skulls and C2K. I don't want you to be like Zack Attack. You're not. You're better than that. You've been here for 9 years. Look for it.
3 months to 3 years from now, I want you guys to be saying that those names can't hold a fucking candle to me.
They can't right now. They can't right now. And that's what people want to see. They know you have it in you. They know you have it in you. People care about you. And I'm glad that you showed something. And this what makes it worth it. And I know that Mr. Dragon, when I'm going to put this on Instagram when we're off the air, I know he's going to be smiling.
For all the F-bombs,
No, you're good. No, you know what? I'm happy with it. You know why I'm happy with it? Because this is the person that I know that when people tell me don't bring him on, I say, no, I know this kid. I know him. I care about him. People told me all the time. I said, no, I talk to him. He's a good kid. I speak to him. I am a good sense of character. You proved me why I believed in you. You do what you did tonight.
You wanted to know, Tom. You wanted this. You wanted to know who the fucking Psychopath was. And that's exactly who he is. A motherfucker that's been bullied for years upon years of his life, that never got a chance, that never got a fucking shot, and now is about to shoot a shot at every single motherfucker that sat here and said, you weren't worth it. You're not worth the time. You're not worth the paper printed on. I'm going to take the next couple of months of this year and the rest of my career, as long as I can walk and as long as I can stand, I'm going to take each and every day from TBW to Resurrection to Timbuktu. I don't care what fat I'm in. I'm going to take the rest of my life to prove everybody wrong. Joseph Tibbs said something to me. Joseph Tibbs, Ronnie Brady, Matt 10, they're like my wrestling father figures. Because when my real dad was a son of a bitch that could not come to anything I had going on, come to none of my wrestling shows, come to nothing I had going, they became my wrestling father figures. Yes, me and Ronnie are the same age, yes. But Matt, Ronnie, and Joe, they became my wrestling father figures. And they told me, Joe told me, Thorn, make these fuckers believe. Make them fear you. And that's exactly what I plan on doing. I'm tired of all this WWE crap. I'm tired of all these WWE promos. I have this feeling right now I feel alive because I've been bottling this shit up for years. And Tom, thank you for having me here. I know the first couple of minutes was a burner, but I hope I redeemed my fucking.
No, let me tell you something. What you did in 5 minutes, I'm gonna tell you something. What you did in 5 minutes made it worth it. I know it was a bumpy ride, but you showed in 5 minutes that you have the talent in you. You can come back anytime like this. The 5 minutes of Thorn can be here every day. So you just got to show that every day. You gotta listen to these guys. Listen to your trainers. I think you can do it. You showed why I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. You proved the world now. For the first time, they saw you. This is why the people want. This does remind me of a talk show. Sometimes there was a famous talk show, it's Montel Williams. And people will look at, not to say I'm a Montel Williams, but he would kind of take these situations and he'd turn them around and he'd make people feel confident. He'd make the people feel they had something in them. You showed tonight in 5 minutes that you have it in you. You showed that there are people out there that don't worry about what they said. If anything, you want to worry about them, prove them wrong. Every chance you get, prove them wrong. What you did, sir, in 5 minutes, show that you're a player. Just don't let up. Don't keep the foot off the gas. Every time you're out doing something, keep that foot on the pedal. Because you're right. You're not Xavier. You're Xavier Thorn. You're not Skulls. You're not Craven Rage. You're not Silverwolf, Zack Attack, C2K, Adonis Felios, Prince Charles. You're not all these guys. Go for it. I want to hear it.
I want to tell you something. Still, you've been there. You've been to this place. Does UWA ring a bell? Still?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got something for you. Xavier Thorn. I got to say something. Xavier Thorn, the way you are tonight, you should come in tomorrow to address Chase Sullivan like that. He's here tomorrow. You want to go and prove him wrong about calling him Xavier Corn? You come like that, I'll bring you on tomorrow, and you can address Chase Sullivan like that tonight. You come in like that, I'll put you on with Chase Sullivan. Absolutely.
I'm going to say this.
Go for it.
Mac and Steele can vouch for this because they've worked with him too. I'd rather wrestle Jacoby again before I see Chase Sullivan wrestle in a ring ever. Chase, you fucking suck. Your ring work is trash. Your promos is trash. And you got the nerve to call me and Xavier Corn? You childish son of a bitch. What the fuck are we in 3rd grade? Dude, take my advice. Hang your shit up. Because right now, if I was Jake Howe, I'd fire your ass. I would chew you a new one, and I would fucking fire you. Because right now, dude, you suck dick. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for anybody I offend, but that's just the way it is.
Love it.
Personal belief, there's a lot of people in wrestling. There's a lot of people that are better than you. Shane Davidson, Anthony Steele, goddammit, James Taylor, Mac 10, who doesn't even wrestle normal matches. He wrestles death matches, and he has more fucking talent in his pinky finger than you do in your fucking fat, pathetic body, you fucking parasite.
Hey, man, you know what? That's the guy I needed. That's the guy. That's the guy.
You are a fucking parasite of professional wrestling.
Hey, Thorn.
Shout out to Dalton Skull. I love you so much.
Happy birthday, Dalton.
You said something to me that really got me thinking. A lot of people want to call themselves wrestling gods. Dalton referred to me as a wrestling devil. Adrian Prince referred to me as a wrestling devil. Nah, bitch, I'm just that damn good of a fucking wrestler. And I'm going to prove it every single time. I'm not trying to win over no fans. I'm not trying to win over no promoters. I'm not trying to give a fuck about anybody. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my legacy. I'm doing this for my mother that passed. And I'm doing this
your grandmother.
I'm Xavier fucking Thorn. And there's always going to be one of me.
That's the man.
People can sit here and say, oh, here's a Roman Reigns mark. Here's a Roman Reigns mark. I admit, I was. Who was it?
Good point.
But
Good
there
point.
can be a Roman Reigns. But
He said, I am. Who wasn't? That was good. That was a good comeback there, Thorn. That was good.
No, listen, this is the Thorn that people wanted. You know what? This made it all worth it. It might have been a bumpy ride, but you know what? You got it, man. You got it. These other guys, you're not those other guys, because those guys will never get it. They don't have it.
You wanted to know who the fucking psychopath was? That's who it is.
And I want it.
It's a son of a bitch that's been in the dark for so long. For so long. And he got tired. He got tired of the bullying. He got tired of the picking. He got tired of people making fun of him. My tears, after a certain period of time, his tears dried and they became anger. That sadness turned into anger. Atomic Titan, a person who I was in a tag team with. Many people can sit here and say, Titan can't wrestle. Titan can't do this. Bullshit. Shane,
Titan ain't the hardcore
you
king
know me
either.
personally. Matt, you know me personally. Yeah. Hold on, Shane. A lot of y'all can say that Titan can't do the hardcore stuff. Okay, I admit that. But that man can sit here and hold it on the mic and hold it in the ring. Jay Sullivan, you are the worst wrestler I've ever seen in my fucking life. You can't hold a candle to what the fuck I've done. Countless championships, that don't matter. Countless places I've been, that don't matter. What matters is that all these men in this ring, Kurt, I don't know about you. I don't know if you wrestled. Nope, don't take offense to this, but all of these men, from James to Shane, have more talent than you, bro. Bryce got more talent talking than you do wrestling. And that's sad. Because you are I'm sorry, Chase, that I'm not stroking your dick and choking your ego, but you are the worst excuse for a wrestler. If it was up to me, you would be in the same boat with the Silver Wolves and the Craven Rages and anybody else that couldn't hold a fucking candle to this shit. I get on Sportswire every week and I tune in and I listen. You got people in Resurrection like Rage, an 18, 17-year-old prospect that's doing Ricochet type shit better than you. You got people, okay, here's my thing. How can you hate on a company when you're shit? You wrestle and believe me, I love UWA. I take nothing from UWA. The stories have been tremendous. But how can you sit here and talk about another promotion when your wrestling is shit? Your promo is shit. Your overall personality as a human being is shit. And I mean that from the depths of my heart. Everybody wanted to see the Psychopath. Everybody wanted to see my heart turn black. And that's what you finally got. So thank Ronnie Brady. Thank Matt 10. Thank Joseph Tibbs. Because now you created a fucking monster. The rest of the world couldn't handle me at my weakest, were handling me at my strongest.
Cap. No, I'm just kidding. No,
And see, there you go.
Real fast. Thorn,
sure?
how long have I known you?
About 3 years now, I think.
That is the
A
best
little longer than
fucking
that,
promo. That is the best fucking promo I've ever seen you do in the time that I've known you. I felt the energy. I felt the passion. I've got nothing bad to say about that promo you have cut. That's all I have to say.
Well, that was the Xavier Thorn that people really want to see. That's the guy. That made it all worth it tonight. You know what, Xavier Thorn, you hit a home run and you hit it out of the park. Because sure, it was a bumpy ride, but you know what? It doesn't matter about the journey. It's that you got there.
Oh, Tom, I have a lot more to say.
Go for it.
Stick around. I implore you, stick around. Because I have a lot more to fucking say. I have a lot more to say.
Thorn, you finally found that switch.
Thorn.
Well, that's the Thorn I want to see, man. That's the one. That's the one I've been wanting. And you know what? Chase Sullivan's here tomorrow. You want to say something to him? The floor will be yours.
So, Thorn,
Anthony,
I've known
with
you. I've known you for how long, Thorn?
Anthony,
About
you've known me for precisely 3 to 4 years, I think.
3 to 4 years. All right. And each time we've been on Instagram Live. Each time you hopped on a Facebook, you hopped in a group chat, or if you hopped on Sportswire, I've always told you the best promo to ever be cut is in here. Because once you feel it, the whole damn world that is watching is going to feel it. And see, that's the best thing that you just shown. Is that when you can start feeling it for yourself and not giving a fuck about anyone else, it brought the best out of you. So now I'm going to say this. We better keep seeing this day in and day out. Because if you come back on Sportswire, or fuck, even go back to Resi and do the same shit that you were doing the past 2 to 3 years, it's going to prove to us that, again, you're not listening. Just take what you've done tonight and use it. Take what you've done tonight and use it. Because no offense, that felt hard. I felt heart. I felt passion.
I disagree.
That promo. Fuck you. Actually, fuck you.
I disagree with one part. Hold on. I agree with all of it. I disagree with one part.
Go for it.
It's not a factor of you not listening. You just have to learn how to do that on cue. That's all. Learn how to do that and tap into that on cue.
You know what? Before I address each and every last one of you, and before I address people in the comments, I'm gonna just say something. Ronnie Brady has been my best friend for Ronnie and Mac have been my best friends for my whole life. So they know for a simple fact that I kept telling them that it was hard for me to do this and it was hard for me to tap into that side. But once that side pops and once that side comes out, it's hard to bring me back. It's hard to stop and it's hard to bring me back because every time that I get on live or I get on here or whatever, whenever I speak, oh, believe me, it's going to be fireworks and it's going to be the level of positivity that I've ever been in my life. Ronnie and Mac remember the bullying. They remember the fact that I would call them and say, hey, dog, I just need to vent. I just need to talk. And I kept telling them, Ronnie pitched this idea. Ronnie told me something. Ronnie told me, dog, this is what I want for you. This is what I want you to do. Do you think you can do it? I doubted myself. A lot of people doubt me. My own family doubt me. But you know why I say to that? Fuck each and every last son of a bitch that got something bad to say about me. Because at this point, I'm on the verge of not listen. I stay on the not giving a fuck, lame, and mind your own business avenue. Because for the simplest of facts, that's just what it is. Stay in your own lane. Because I do not give a fuck about nobody's opinion, nobody's statement. Fuck being a standout. It didn't work. I tried to stand out. It did not work. So fuck it. Done, dead, buried. I'm in a new chapter. I'm in a new chapter with life. I'm in a new chapter with wrestling. I'm in a new chapter with myself. And at this point, I'm done. I'm done with all these half-ass WWE promos. I'm done with all this PG-13 shit.
What about IWGP?
At this point, I'm finna start showing motherfuckers exactly who I am. From now on, still, when it comes to you, yeah, we had beef. I'm not ashamed to admit it. We had beef, but it was petty beef, and it was mainly my fault because everybody kept telling me, Thorn, don't call out people. You can't back it up. Don't call out people, and you know they're gonna get on to you. Don't call out people, and you know they're gonna fry you a new one. Still, I respect the fact that we've put our past behind us. I respect the fact that you're training me. Thank you so very much because you've changed me. You, Mac, Ronnie, and Joe, all of y'all have fucking changed me. Y'all have changed me. Shane, I've known you 2 to 3 years. That match we had in PWF, we could have did a lot more. I'm not gonna say it was shit, but it was to the point where I was disappointed in myself because the egotistical mind of a motherfucker that was rushing us. I'm not talking about Titan, but a person that was rushing us. We could have did a lot more than what we did. So I don't blame that on you. I take half of the blame. Matter of fact, fuck it. I take the full blame for it. And I'm sorry you had to be in that predicament to where you was even in a match with me that looked like, damn, why the fuck was Shane in this match? So Shane, from the bottom of my heart, my dog, thank you for that match. Thank you for that first title defense. And thank you for actually making me look good. Matt, me and you haven't crossed paths in the ring. We probably will at some point, but I'm not counting my eggs and I'm not counting my chickens just yet. Because I'm not into the shit you get into. So I know for a fact we might cross paths backstage, off camera, but in the ring, I'm not gonna touch you. You crazy as shit. You're crazy. You go through light tubes. You go through fucking tax. You wrestle Jimmy Controversy. Do you think I can fucking beat that? I wish I could say that. I'm honored to say that I took a picture with the guy. I'm honored. So I know I can't touch Matt 10. I can honestly say that. I can't touch you, Matt. I can't. When it comes to hardcore death matches, I cannot touch you. When it comes to you ripping somebody a new one, I can try, but I cannot touch you. James, the best of them all. I took a picture with you the first time I met you. You told me something. You kept remembering me from day one. You told me. You said, kid, look, you're a good kid. You obviously love the business. You obviously have a passion for it. It's going to take one time, one moment to really find that. It's going to take you to find Xavier Thorn to know exactly who the fuck Xavier Thorn is. I've studied each and every last promo you ever cut. And every time I take that and I take the fact that all my trauma as a kid, as a teen, and as an adult, I swore to myself that I would not bring my personal life into wrestling. But at this point in day and age, I think it's time I rethink that. I think it's time that I have a perspective, a psychotic perspective about my life and my career. James, I want to say something to you. You are one of all of the greatest wrestlers I've ever seen. You are, in fact, the be-all, end-all of professional underground backyard indie wrestling. Nobody can hold a counter to you, Matt. Hell, still, I give you your props. You said something. You called your shot against them punk-ass Bama boys that kept saying that still couldn't wrestle, still couldn't do this, still couldn't do that. Fuck still. No. You proved them wrong. You called your shot. When you were banned from the backyard, what did you do? You didn't take your ball like a bitch and go home. What you did still, you went to the Indies, you called your shot, you made your mark. You was on fucking Hulu. You was with a promotion that had signed deals with Hulu TV. You held championships outside of the yard. A lot of people in this chat, a lot of people in this fucking live right now have done things that a lot of people can say, damn, we proud. Look at Ronnie and Mac. They went to the Indies. Some people said they couldn't hang. I call bullshit. I look at Ronnie and Mac and say, they can hang just fine. They can hang with the Darby Allens and the Will Ospreys and all these so-called hardcore motherfuckers that think that they can, oh, just because I put a motherfucker through some glass, so I'm hardcore. No, bitch. I know I quote a lot of WWE wrestlers, and this one is going to be no better, but when it comes to people like Craven Rage and Silverwolf and Chase Sullivan and all these slumlord ass wrestlers that want to get on the mic and talk shit? Who the fuck told you that it was open mic night? Shut the fuck up and let the real wrestlers have the floor. Because it's not your time. Now, I can say Ledger may be a forbidden name here in wrestling. He may be a forbidden name.
No, he's not. Ledger's a damn icon, but go ahead.
He may be a forbidden name.
All right.
Anywhere.
Now with me on this platform. You can say Ledger on this platform.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. But I'm sorry. But Ledger, I'm not calling you out, but I'm calling you out on your bullshit. And when I say this, I mean this with no disregard whatsoever fucking ever, but you are the craziest fucking wrestler I've ever seen. Dude,
He's sitting there with this whole
you are so cringe. The fact that I popped on your live when you was on Sportzwire and you didn't even remember who the fuck I was, that hurt. That hurt me. That hurt my heart. That hurt my pride. That made me feel shitty. Because I'm just like, damn, dude. That was a time you wanted a match with me. You wanted a fucking match with me at one point. So forgive me if I'm such a douchebag, if I'm such a scumbag. Forgive me that you didn't know who I was. That just shows what kind of a fucking person and what kind of a wrestler you really are. Because at this point in time, I'm calling it all out. I don't give a shit. Alan Michaels. I have nothing really bad to say about you.
He wanted to come and say hello, but I think he's sick. He's still a little sick, so
it's okay. Speedy recovery. Alan Michaels. When it comes to battle of the talk show hosts, when it comes to battle of the internet sensations, you and D'Angelo the Flame, you guys fucking tear the house down. I have nothing bad to say about you. I have nothing bad to say about the Flame. This is something I want to say. Jacoby, he was on Sportswire at one point.
2 weeks ago.
16 years old. This kid sat here and ripped me a new one. And I took that and all of this anger. Hell, all of that anger, I have anger towards a lot of people. And a lot of people ask me, damn, why you been gone from TBW? There's only one fucking person that, quote unquote, got me fired from TBW. Do you know what type of groundwork I had to do? I had to make it right. So I don't know when I'll ever be in TBW again. I don't know if I'll ever be a part of TBW again. But if I get a chance to make it right, I will. My thing is, James, I respect you. And you said something about UWA that is still in my mind. It's still here.
What's that?
Why make a federation? All you're going to do is give yourself a fucking belt. Why be a part of a federation when all you're going to do is give yourself a participant trophy? Because that's all it is. Chase Sullivan, you ain't no fucking champion. Matt 10, that's a champion.
That's a good point.
Anthony Steele is that's a champion. James Taylor, that's a champion. Everybody that fucking has any type of in-ring capability that's holding a title, those are champions. You, my friend, are a bitch, a bold individual that everyone loves to hate because, love it or not, no one likes you, no one knows you, and for the simplest of facts, if it was up to me, I would erase you from history. You are handed a belt as a participation trophy. You didn't put in no actual work for that. What did you do? Battle some fat fuck who couldn't see his own dick if he tried. You didn't put in no actual work. You didn't fight Jack Delta. You didn't fight Aaron Blaze. You didn't fight nobody with actual substantiality to their name. You fought a fat fuck who who came all the way from Virginia to say, "Oh, I came down here to be part of UWA. I came down here to wrestle." You battle some redneck piece of shit that doesn't have any fucking talent at all. I can look at people like Jake Howell and say, dude, why the fuck did you sign them? What was your thinking? I love Jake to death. I have nothing personal against Jake Howell. Me and Jake are cool. We are on the best of terms. But I want to talk to Jake and say, Jake, if you can watch this right now, what the fuck were you thinking? What in the fuck were you thinking when you hired these guys? You brought back Aaron Blaze. Okay, I give you props for that. You brought in Jack Delta when I was supposed to face you for the Heritage title. Okay, I give you props for that. You brought in motherfuckers from different people, from different places. At one point, you had JC Lee on your show. I can't really say too much about him because when it comes to talent, he has none. When it comes to in-ring capability, he has none. So I don't know what the fuck was going on there. All of these people that have come and gone in that UWA banner. I've seen a lot of people come and go. There was a time where I caught still on UWA.
Atomic Titan was in UWA.
Atomic Titan was in UWA. And you know what?
Joe Anderson was in UWA. He was their champion.
I'm glad that some of those people decided to leave because I would feel bad. I would have felt so bad for the rubbitry and the fuckery that occurred. Now there's people I don't have too much bad to say about UWA, mainly because it's not UWA as a company. It's certain superstars that make the company fucked up. You got people like CJ. He's a pretty decent wrestler. You got people like Jake Howell. He does his thing from time to time. He's a pretty good wrestler.
Dalton Scott.
Blaze, and Blaze, don't look at this as I'm stroking your ego. And I'm sorry because for the simplest effects, I've been needing to get this out. You have people. James Taylor said this best. You're going to make a promotion, give yourself a participant trophy, and go online and claim to be a champion. You're not going to sit here and Tom, I'm looking at you.
I got you. Go for it.
You're not going to sit here and make me believe that you're a fucking champion. Let's look at this card. Let's look at the card for Final Destination, right? You got CJ versus Sammy Slade versus Dalton Skull.
Correct.
Good match. By far, hands down. You got Aaron Blaze versus Jake Howell. That was a good match. By far, be the best one. You got Chase Sullivan versus E.T. Eric Mullins.
The commissioner.
Commissioner of what?
He's their commissioner. That's a question you might want to ask Jake Howell. You might want to ask his company there.
Dude, are you a commissioner? Are you a commissioner? What are you a commissioner of? Sitting on the couch? You're a commissioner of what? You're a commissioner in your own fucking mind. Let me tell y'all a story. There was a time where I asked Jake, hey, I'm back in Tennessee. Is there any chance I can ever visit UWA again? Not even to wrestle, but was there a way that I could ever visit UWA? Chase Sullivan instantly hits me up. Dude, we don't want you here. We don't like you. You wrestle with TBW and Resurrection. Dude, those two companies have more talent than you. Way more talent. Better talent at that. Do you realize that between wrestling with TBW and Resurrection, that I'm a much decent, better wrestler than I was? I was shit. I can rip on myself. I was shit. I couldn't wrestle a fucking teddy bear. but with the help of Resurrection, with the help of fucking TBW and all these other companies, I was able to fucking hone my craft. I was able to stop, shut the fuck up, and listen. Drake Golddragon said it best. Every time we practice, Thorn, remember your motto. Come in, shut the fuck up, and listen. But you see, now I found my voice. It took me a while. It took me years, but damn it, I found it. And I don't give a fuck anymore. If I offend you, good. If you're not offended, great. But god damn it, I'm not gonna be silenced anymore.
Amen.
And Tom, you want to say that there are not politics in the backyard? I kind of disagree.
No, I'm gonna cut you off real quick. Politics, I've already said plenty on that. What I meant in terms of where you were and your performance on this interview had nothing to do with politics. There's politics in every company, for sure. There's politics in the world. But tonight, you showed that you turned the tables on those and you put the politics now on the people. As a matter of fact, by what you've done tonight in the past 35 minutes, you've probably done more. We're going to actually go real straight now. I've got the microphone for a minute, if you don't mind. In 35 minutes, you've probably done more than Craven raging about his 35 appearances on Sportswire Radio. If we're really going to go down the rabbit hole, Craven Rage has probably in 2 years been here 35 times. You did more in 35 minutes, and he's done 35 appearances here. You've got plenty of guys. As a matter of fact, I've had on professional wrestlers from the UK, guy Philip Michael, who just wrestled a guy, Dean O'Mark, who's in TNA Impact Wrestling. He came on here, and as a matter of fact, he said absolutely zero in his hour and a half here. He was boring. I've had a lot of pro guys that have come on this platform boring. What you did in 35 minutes, you've done more than guys here in 5.5 years. I hope tonight is the beginning of the Psychopath and that you've buried once and for all the past, and I want you to bury all those bullies, all those people. I don't care if they've come on this platform, coming on this platform, or haven't come on this platform. I want you to light the kerosene on their career. You know what I want you to do even further? I want you to dance on their graves. I want you to be like this every day, and I want you here any day like this. So what you did tonight in 35 minutes was more than anybody else. And by the way, Chase Sullivan is here, and he wants to know what you're talking to. You know what? I'm going to bring his comment up here. You want to roll? I'm going to let you say. What do you want to say?
I was talking shit. Because when it comes to the new me, you're not going to be able to hold a fucking candle. You overweight, fat, non-talented, narcissistic fucking parasite.
And you want to address Aaron Blaze? Because this is what he wants to say toward you. He says you flaked out on an opportunity that Delta took. And he said he's not being a tool and you should fix your story. So he's saying that there's a truth that's missing there. Do you want to address that?
I'm not going to rip Blaze a new one because many people don't know my side of the story because real life happens.
I agree.
Have a life outside of wrestling, but now that I have been given a second chance of light, that I've transcended into a new version of myself. Now I'm gonna be the fucking deadliest wrestler there ever was. And still, you told me to keep this going, James. Y'all told me to keep this going. Okay. I will definitely keep this going. And it ain't just me ranting. It ain't just me. It ain't just me just talking out of my fucking ass. This is something I've been holding in for far too long. And at this point, I'm at the point of not giving a fuck about anybody's feelings.
He says you're on something. Saying that what you're saying.
I'm on something, right? I'm on a better life. I'm on a better version of my fucking career than you ever will be.
He's on Sportswire with Tom Bryce.
Listen,
well, Jason's here tomorrow, by the way.
I'm gonna say something.
IGPW
Shane's been in the Indies. Phil's been in the Indies. Matt's been in the Indies. Have you? Don't worry, I'll wait. Oh, let me guess. You're still in the yard.
No. Hold on. Thorn. He's been on the Indies, but he's a manager. Just thought I'd put that out there. He's on the Indies, but he's a manager.
Yeah, okay.
He said it's a new him. It's still the same you. That's what he's basically saying. You want to read that?
Yeah, it's still gonna be the same you when you at KFC eating about a damn chicken, you fat fuck.
Oh, Thorn. Can I say something real quick?
Do.
So, look, Chance. Let me talk to you for a second. Yeah, he said this a lot, but this is the first time he's actually showing it. He's actually showing that he can do what everyone said he couldn't fucking do. He's actually taking the time and learning this fucking craft for fucking once. He's putting the initiative in to better himself at this fucking craft. So I'm gonna say this. As you said before, Thorn, yeah, we've had our ins, we've had our outs. But I got more respect to you than I had about 30 to an hour ago. For the simple fact that you came on here, you started, and no offense, you were trash. And then you fucking all it took was one good ass reaming for you to show what the fuck we've been looking for. And if you want to say you're still better than Thorn, Chance, you where is it to prove it? Because I'll give credit where credit's due. Has Thorn made it to the Indies yet? No. Is he ready for the Indies? No offense, no. But the more that this motherfucker actually listens, the more that this dude is going to take in instead of releasing out and not giving a fuck, it's closer that he'll be to that predicament in his life. So I've told everybody I'm trying to change. I'm trying not to be a bad fucking toxic son of a bitch on here. But I'm gonna say this. As much as you want to talk shit about Thorn, the great fucking Thorn's actually taking the initiative to produce better product than anyone's ever seen come out of this dude in the last 3 to 4 years. When I've seen, no offense, the same product come for you for the past 3 to 4 years.
I also want to put it out there that Mr. Sullivan is here live. Would be out tonight. He's actually going to be here.
So, which I'm gonna say this, Chance, you'll be on Sportswire tomorrow.
Well, yeah, you could say tomorrow.
Or where?
Today, tomorrow.
It's 11:33 where I'm at. All right.
Fair enough.
I'll be there. I'll be there because I got some really, really good choice words for you.
You be there.
Hey, Still, not to cut you off.
You be there, Still.
He's not gonna give you no real raw energy, quote unquote, to the edge of the flame. He's not gonna give you no real raw energy. He's gonna give you this half-ass WWE bullshit that I've been seeing.
Now, if it's going to be on that aspect of the real raw energy and the WWE bullshit, hey, still, I would say this, but I don't think they can handle us in the ring at all.
Aaron Blades would like to say that he has improved. He doesn't like his character, but he shut others up and showed he can hang. It's called watching other people's stuff. That's what Aaron Blades would like to say.
And that's why I've sat here and I've told Thorn I will help him with this. Personally, I chose to walk up to Thorn after Thorn apologized to me, something he didn't have to do. And I told him I'll help him.
You know why?
Because if there's one thing I do know.
Some people would say, oh no, Thorn was being a bitch. No, it's called know how to hold them and know how to fold them. If you can't back up what the fuck you say, shut the fuck up and stand down. And I apologize because there's a difference between being a man and being a bitch. I apologize as a man because at the end of the day, I knew for a fact I had to meet you someday.
So Blaze, you're right. And I'm part of the half of y'all that don't watch the product that's going on in this community. You want to know why? Because I have bigger fucking fish to fry. While I'm sitting on the indies, traveling, getting paid to do this shit, to fucking make a name for myself bigger than what I've already fucking done, I don't have time to keep track of it. Me and Chris have had a talk outside of this. We don't fucking sit there and have the time to watch every single backyard fucking product that literally is producing the same shit all the fucking time. To be honest. But I'm gonna say this. If y'all gonna give motherfuckers like Thorn shit just because of what you haven't seen yet, dude, there's a lot of shit that I haven't seen out of a lot of motherfuckers in the yard yet that a lot of people have been talking about. And has it
fucking
been done?
shame.
No.
Fucking shame. And that's why never mind. I'll leave it alone. I won't talk about talent. I mean, anywho.
Okay, but Thorn, you
I said I'll be a good boy.
That ain't our fault. Look, cool. He folded his chance. Thorn, no offense. I know I don't need to speak for you, but I'm gonna say this any fucking way. He folded his chance in UWA. Congratulations.
Jack Delta would like to say that I don't watch most of backyard wrestling anymore because most of it sucks. I watch specific people. I don't watch a specific product. That's what Jack says.
You want to know who I watch? Omen Black, Soldier GP, Dirty Donnie, Dark Khan, Matthew Forsaken.
He watches Sesame Street.
I watch RWW. I watch Jack Delta, CJ Black. I watch JX. Right. I do watch Aaron Blaze because I absolutely love Aaron Blaze. By the way, I want to. And I watched Resurrection, and I watched D'Angelo the Flame. I watched Drake Golddragon. I watched Roddy Alpha. I watched Dustin Alexander. I watch Mac 10 when he does his stuff. I watch Cameron Cage when he's back. I mean, there's a lot of people I watch, but want to throw those names in. And Jake Matthews, by the way, Power Surge. Put them in there. Jake Matthews, Power Surge, D Savage, Reyes Silver. Put in Zero. Put in Tyson Spain. You better put in Justin Abelson because he owns NEW. But again, I watch everybody.
And don't forget, and never forget the name of Navon McDonald because he's constantly in and back and forth over there as well.
I love Navon McDonald. Navon McDonald's a guy that is an elusive guy for me to get on. But yes, Navon is a great guy. Absolutely.
Me and Navon are like this. Like Navon, yeah, he's a hard dude to get a hold to, but
hold on. I'm gonna cut you off right quick.
Friend, to leave
that. Cut you off right quick.
Whatever you want, your Mac 10.
Bring up that last comment that was just posted from GPW.
The newest one?
Yes, the newest one.
I'm sorry that I have more time in UWA than both Thorn and Steel combined. I'm a pill. Hey, look. No.
Hold on, Steel. I've got this. Hold on.
No. Because not Thorn. Sullivan, let me tell you something. While you've been spending most of your goddamn time in UWA not doing a damn fucking thing, I've been out here traveling, busting my ass, doing it day in and day fucking out, going to company after company after company. Dude, I have 4 bookings in 1 fucking month already while you're still fucking sitting your ass on the fucking couch, homie. So let me tell you this right now.
Hold on,
I've done 1 match in UWA.
Let him cook.
That was with fucking Jake. Thorn has not done a damn thing in UWA that I fucking know about. And guess what? Thorn doesn't need to do a damn thing in fucking UWA because he's with Resurrection fucking Pro Wrestling. And they're going to fucking give him the fucking tools. They're going to give him the fucking objects to create a goddamn fucking career. And if you don't like it, shove it where the sun don't fucking shine because we don't give a damn what the fuck you think. Because promise you, I have more fucking talent in my fucking pinky finger than Chance Sullivan has had in his entire fucking career, bro.
But still.
Hold on.
He's the pillar.
The pillar of what? Fucking Frosted Flakes?
I'm going to say this. It's a little quote from IWA.
This is from like the worst to the greatest Sportswire show in history. I think I'm convinced now we went from like the highs to the lows, and I don't think we've ever had a show like this. But yeah, I mean, thank you, Brent, for letting me know that. But God.
Hold on, Tom. I've got to say this. I'm going to say this from IWA Deep South. We don't make the rules. We break the rules. And if you're going to say you're a motherfucking pillar of a motherfucking company, bro, come at me. Don't come at Thorn. Come at me. You think you can hang in the ring with anybody and everybody that you think you can? Nah, don't step foot in the ring with me.
I'd run circles around anybody.
Bro, I'd run circles around everybody. When I challenge James, hold on, Thorn, give me one second. When I challenge James, it's because James was doing this when I was growing up. To see if I can hang with the old school. Now, July 5th, and I keep bringing this date up because no offense, whether outside of fucking character work or not, it is going to prove a lot. I get to fucking go in a ring with someone that's been doing this for 20 to 30 fucking years, and Chris fucking Craven, right fucking there. Where's your? Hold on, Chance. Please tell me. Please show me. Show me. Product.
Hello to the missus, boy. We gotta say hello to the missus. I mean, this woman. I mean, she has to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Mrs. Thorn.
You get that loving, Thorn.
I gotta tell you something, Mrs. Thorn. You've made your husband has had such a high of emotions, but this is what I want to say, that I rooted for this young man and why I always knew he had it in him. And tonight, he did more in 45 minutes than there are people that have been here, professional wrestlers that have come on my platform, guys that have done this, and that. He's even done more. I've interviewed a couple of elected politicians who came on here, and he did more in his appearance tonight than they did. This man should be very proud tonight, but I hope that your husband knows what a lucky man he has, and you as his wife. I just want to know that. I hope he knows, for our audience, that he has the greatest wife out there, because you've allowed this man to be here and deal with all these emotions, and you should win the Nobel Peace Prize, and you should go in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame for this performance tonight from your husband.
So hold on. Let me say this, and I'm a Mac. Ronnie can get.
And we'll go soon. I know Mrs. Thorne's wants her husband back, so we'll end here in about 10 minutes.
Ronnie can get pissed off at me or not, but I'm gonna say this because I gotta say it now.
Go for it.
So, Chance, let me ask you one question, because outside of wrestling Chris Craven July 5th, there's a very big booking for me in February. A very, very big booking for me in February. So I would love, because if the cards play right, if the money is there, and he shows up, I just got one question. Do you think you're ready to face Matt Cardona? Do you think that you're ready to face Matt Cardona? Because believe it or not, let me break this fourth fucking wall. Ronnie, I love you. I'm sorry that I gotta fucking do this. Anthony Steele's wrestling Matt Cardona. Anthony Steele's going to step in the ring with Matt Cardona.
Woo, woo, woo. You know it.
Are you going to look at me and say you stepped in the ring with a guy of that caliber? A guy that was misused in WWE, went to the indie scene and made a bigger name for himself than WWE could ever fucking do for him.
He made more money than
you say you've wrestled vets like Chris Craven that's been in this shit for 30 fucking years? Can you say that you've wrestled vets that have done this for 20, 30 years in the Memphis fucking scene? No, the fuck you goddamn cannot. Because I promise you, dude, while I've been out here grinding, busting my ass, taking loss after loss after loss, paying my fucking dues on the indie scene just to build my fucking name, you've been sitting there doing the same damn fucking product for the past 3 fucking years. I've had a couple few chance for you running your goddamn mouth, but you just shove your own goddamn dick down your throat. So calm the fuck down, because you ain't on my level, and I bet you when I'm done with Thorn, you ain't gonna never be on his.
Anthony, Mr. Steele,
what's up?
Don't sweat it. The motherfucker, hey, I'd be impressed if half these motherfuckers can wrestle their wee-wee out of their trousers and take a piss. Don't sweat it.
What is up with you always talking about the genitalia in general?
Oh,
I've said all the things that I've said when I've been on Tom Bryce's show, and that's what you take away from it? What's that say about you? You can't even spell boy properly.
So hold on, I'm also break the fourth wall a little bit here too.
Fucking watch some Sesame Street, learn how to spell.
The match that me and Kato had at Saturday Night Riot will blow just about anything and everything that you have ever put on fucking YouTube or ever fucking done in your whole goddamn career. You can't say you've stepped in a ring with a 20-year vet, a 15-year-old vet. It's like you can't.
Not 15-year-old. 15
Shut up, Steel.
Calm down, buddy.
15-year vet.
Calm down.
Shut the fuck up. I'm talking about me. God damn it. Shut up, Steel.
Mac is Steel.
But I'm also telling you this. Do you bleed for this fucking business? Hell to the fuck no, you don't.
This man can't even say that he stepped in a ring and competed.
I'm just gonna give you a little insight on what happened at the fucking show. I lost a full fucking pound of blood for this fucking company. Keep going on me. Say shit about my boys. Hell no.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
And by the way, can I spoil that Kato's here on Saturday? So I really can't spoil this. Actually, he's here Saturday night, Kato. He's going to be here, I believe, at 9 o'clock Eastern time.
Dude, chill as fuck, dude. Met him, chill as fuck. Literally.
I definitely don't want to get on his bad side because I know a lot about him, actually. I know quite a bit about his legacy, so I'm going to certainly make sure that.
All I'm going to say is this, guys. Is Thorn is trying.
Tonight to me, he did a lot, and obviously we're going to go soon because his poor wife has put up with this, you know. But I want to be sure, you know, I value and respect you, but I think this young man has shown that he has heart. You know, there's always a belief in heart, and you showed why. I always tell people that I wanted to be associated with you. I would always tell people, I know him. He speaks to me. We speak on a regular basis. And this is why I bought a portion of the PWF from you. You know, people are like, don't deal with Thorn. I was like, no, I know him. We talk. And he's a good kid. And Copper Dragon did speak highly of you. You know, he spoke highly of you. Go ahead.
Hey, Tom, I wanna enlighten you on something, though.
Go tell me anything you want.
Steel, Mac, and everybody in Resi, there's a difference between us and Chase Sullivan. We can actually say that we performed in front of crowds. Can you? That's a rhetorical question. Hell no.
I don't know. He's here tomorrow. I mean, your time tomorrow. I mean, I guess.
There's a difference between.
I'll be here.
There's a difference between.
Yo, I'm definitely gonna be there.
I'm not even gonna lie. The first 5, I don't know how many minutes, were sucky. I did horrible. Not gonna lie. But this is what I'm gonna say. If you don't take anything from this tonight, take this. There's a difference between real wrestlers and pretend wrestlers. Wrestlers that actually perform in front of a crowd, that can feel their energy, and performing in front of motherfuckers that's in the back. Matt, Ronnie, everybody in Resi, real wrestlers. Everybody in TBW, real wrestlers. Everybody in UWA, well, not everybody, but just Chase in particular. Chase is a pretend paper wrestler. Hands down. I'm sorry. Not sorry.
And you know what? It's your opinion. You know what? Tonight, you showed fire. So to me, it doesn't matter how the first hour and a half was. It doesn't matter to me anymore. What matters to me is that in the last hour, in a way, you became a man. You became the person that we've been waiting for. So to me, I don't even care anymore. You showed that you have heart, you have fire, and that you're a guy that I'll bring on here anytime, and I would fight for you any day of the week, just like I would fight for anybody here. I want to say hello to Brandon Costello, the Mauler. Brandon Costello, he'll be here in a few weeks as well. And I want to say hello to our friends in the great state of Maryland. That is Dominant Breakout Wrestling. Happy birthday, Mr. Judgment. Hope you had a great birthday. And
I'm gonna cut you off right quick, Tom. Exactly, Blaze. I agree with that statement.
Oh yes, we listen. I don't want to turn this into UWA versus Resurrection. At the end of the day, everybody should do their own thing. God bless. I happen to be looking forward to speaking with Chase Sullivan. Aaron Blaze has been a friend since he's been in Indiana. So Aaron is my boy. I'm proud to say Aaron is a guy I'm close with. Listen, I'm close with a lot of people in different places, and I want to put that out there. So what I do want to say is let's end on the positive. The positive was tonight, Xavier Thorn, you became a man. Xavier Thorn, you became a guy that'll be on my team any day of the week. And Xavier Thorn, I would cut off my left arm for you any day of the week. So anytime you want to do something, anytime you need help, you want to talk, you call me anytime. Xavier Thorn, one day, the way you're going to go, you will be in the pros. Xavier Thorn, you're going to continue to keep doing what you're doing. I have no doubt you're in good hands. A lot of these guys, Mac, Anthony, Ronnie, Joey Tibbs, I just want to say that you're in good hands. Keep listening to him. And you're a good kid. You got a great wife. You got a great family. Your mom is smiling at you tonight. Your grandma's smiling at you tonight. And I'm so proud I did the tribute for your family when I had you on the first, and that was a nice little tribute. And also, I got to wish my good friend Anthony Finkel a very happy birthday. If I don't wish him a happy birthday, this guy will knock on my door and basically shoot me with a rifle. Happy birthday, Anthony. I'm only kidding. He won't do that. Anthony Finkel, one of my longest, closest friends. Happy birthday. Thank you for all of your support, bro. And thank you for always listening to my shows on Sportswire. Want to say hello also to my friend Angela Pink out there in Midwood, Brooklyn. Angela was calling me about the show. She loved it. So thank you for that. And Coach, floor is yours. Drumstick is yours.
Hey, you always wanted to know if I had a drum set back there.
I always thought you were a drummer, by the way. You look like you could be a drummer for like AC/DC or something. Do you play drums?
I used to a long time ago.
You should play the drum.
I got a drum set. It's back there. Anywho, I know, Thorn, you don't know who I am. I don't know if you've ever seen me up here before. I don't know what your familiarity is with me, but, Tom likes to call me the coach. I've come up here. I've ripped people new ones. I've helped out people. I've given people very solid advice because, I don't usually come up here and toot my horn 1,000 times like everybody else. I don't think I'm a living legend. I sure as hell don't think I'm a legend of backyard or a ruler of a yard. But I have been in this business long enough to take part in all different formats of it. Backyard, indie, even tryouts with major organizations. All you have to do, man, is
and you know what? I'm gonna say something right now. I don't know if y'all hear him, but my brother in the back is saying some true shit. And before I leave, I'm just gonna leave with this. A lot of people can talk a lot of bad shit about me, but they don't know my name and they don't know where the fuck I come from. So I'm gonna leave with this. If anybody got a problem with me or how I perform in the ring, fuck you. Because you don't know me, and you don't know where I come from, you don't know my story. So until you learn, fuck off.
Mr. Thorn,
I'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you, Mr. Thorn. I know you want to run, so I want to you give him. You got 30 seconds, because he's got to go, Mr. Thorn.
Thorn, all you need to do, dude, is with what your passion is, stick with it. Work on your fundamentals and everything that's coming out of you right now, and it's come out of you tonight. Just keep it coming from here. Whether it's you being in character or you being you, okay? Make it come from here. And I'll try to say this earlier. I can tell you for a fact that every person that's ever got into wrestling or any kind of passion or sport or entertainment, anything they've ever tried to do, I'm sure everybody's been told no before. Everybody's been told they're not worth it before. You keep with it. You keep with it. You stick with it. Okay? I've seen the potential that comes on here, and I've seen the guys that come up here and don't know the difference between being a wrestler and playing wrestler. Stick with it and let it come from here. Trust yourself, and you'll get there, dude. Even if it takes you another 9 years, you'll get there. Cool? You're muted.
Mr. Thorn, God bless you. God bless your wife. You've had maybe the most interesting Sportswire show ever in history. So congratulations. It was downs, there was ups, everything else in between, but you're a winner. And I think that there's no better way than to end the show like this tonight. And just keep doing what you're doing. And I want to thank everybody that's tuned in and thank you, everybody, for staying up. I know it was a roller coaster, but you know what? That's okay in life. Life is full of peaks and valleys, ups and downs. And you're a special young man. God is looking down on you. Your mom is looking down on you. Your grandma's looking down on you. Your beautiful wife, your beautiful daughter, they all love you. And I love you. I never met you, but I love you. You know why? Because you got heart, and I would cut my left arm for you because I believe in you. So remember that, and you always got my support. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. God bless everybody who stays for 3 hours with us, and Jack Delta and Coach may go to World War, Brandon. I will simply talk about that for sure. And my name is Reverend Tom Bryce. The DBW, their big show in August, World War. Stay tuned. We're here with Anthony Steele. Stay tuned. Anthony Steele is here. Mac 10. Chris Craven, our coach. Thank James Taylor for coming in. Also, Shane Davidson, Armageddon Shane Davidson. Of course, the man, it's a very special man who had maybe the most Hall of Fame-like show in history. Hall of Fame-like show. And he may be Xavier, the psychopath form, but you know what? He's got Xavier, the stud Thorn in him. He's a stud tonight. He's a stud. He's a 7-star. He was a 7-star superstar tonight, but you better keep it up in Resurrection. But thank you so much, everybody. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. Chase Sullivan here tomorrow. So we'll see everybody then. Thank you.